I like it. It's a save inside the chrono. Solid OG. I mean, there's been a lot of Shadow Demon picks lately. I'm starting to really enjoy watching this hero being played. Who knows what happens in the next patch, but at least he was able to show himself.
I will never forget one of those great CIS mess of the games where we had a Shadow Demon who built off an axe, found a Refresher Shard from Roshan, and just like dropped 6 Demonic Purges onto like the enemy Shadow Fiend who's absolutely massive, and just 100 to 0 him. There's nothing you can do. There's no counterplay. There's nothing you can do about it if he drops like 6 ultis on you. You're dead. That's it. You don't get to play. It was very amusing. So for that reason, I will always soft spot in my heart for Shadow Demon. Hopefully we'll see that one day again. But Nigma with this 4th pick really like burning through all their reserve time, and they're gonna go with the Slaughter, amplifying the physical damage.
Yeah, so this allows the Void to actually do that. Like, you got the Corrosive Haze in the chrono, right? And it pairs up with the Witch Doctor as well. That's word. Like, you have that combo, that synergy there. Then the Faceless Void has some damage, and then the Slaughter can also fight with the Void without the chrono as well. You just Corrosive Haze, Void has, you know, just amplify damage source, whatever. You don't really have to always fight without the chrono, and this will allow them to be more aggressive. That being said, OG now pick up Troll Warlord, one of the better heroes against Slaughter in the laning stage. So Slaughter, we probably expect him to have a bad lane, and then he farms very quickly with Magnus as well, and that Whirling Axe is going to be really annoying in the mid game for the Void and the Slaughter until they're able to, like, let's say BKB it off or Manta or something.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Alrighty, we have the Batrider banned out by OG, and Nigma now getting rid of the Invoker. Yeah.
They might want to ban the Viper here too on OG, or Nigma is going to pick Viper up. This is the last pick for we Batrider Viper. Like, these two are his top heroes, and I would not want Nigma to have a Viper this game. It's so good against Troll as well. I hope they don't forget on the side of OG here. There's no way they forget. These guys, unless they might be another hero that's even worse. I just don't know what it is right now. They're probably not gonna pick Shadow Fiend, right? They've been loving the Shadow Fiend. It's possible we and Miracle are both playing it. Miracle is 100% going to be playing the Void, but we can also play the SF. So there's always that potential there in this game. But I don't think this is an SF kind of game. It's definitely a Viper kind of game though. Viper against Troll, so nice. Razor is like another hero that's good, but it's like super subpar. There we go.
There you go, band down. I was gonna say, Seb's sitting there with his big stack of ring binders and notes, you know, read up on it. Nigma, tell. Quickly, they banned Invoker now. Turn to page 3,421. Means we banned Viper. Okay, done. Bish, bash, bosh. Nigma now, final ban. They gotta be quick about it. They can't mess around here. Not long, and they want to save as much time as possible for this final pick for them. They ban on the Void Spirit, so Thompson, what is he gonna be playing this game for OG? Still plenty of options, plenty of Thompson heroes left in the pool. Expectations.
Thompson's heroes are Spirit?
Spirit, possibly. Skywrath isn't good against Void. Too much catch this game for that kind of nonsense. Pugna?
I want to see him play Earth Spirit.
Actually.
Pugna is pretty decent, yes. That is true. I want to see him play Earth Spirit. I want to see him play a space making hero. Just give Troll everything this game.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Okay. So this is something, assuming it's a mid lane magic damage gyrocopter. This is Nigma's hero. They like doing this. Interesting.
Yeah. He's just gonna be a fighter. That's their space mech. And they go with the Zeus. Oh, they got inspired after that last series. And they got the Zeus now, then lots of magic damage available. So that combo, it's the same combo that Navi ran. The Slaughter, the Void, creating a lot of physical damage, and then here's the Zeus that you can't really try to build pipe against anymore. So on the side of OG, they got this Gyrocopter. Now Gyrocopter is actually pretty decent against Zeus, like sending the homing missiles out in the laning stage. My concern is their itemization, right? You need a lot of armor, you need pipe most important. So I wonder if Seb will actually go for that in this game.
Yeah. We shall see what route he decides to go down, but these are heroes in the game. So, what kind of advantage do you think we've got here? Do you prefer one draft over the other?
I think Nigma's draft is solid, but I think I still have to go with the OG here. I think the Troll Warlord plus the Magnus is... I hate betting against Miracle Void. This guy's Void is amazing. Like, I always would have thought people would ban this hero against him, but I think OG at some point they can get really far ahead with this Troll Mag, and their team fight is also really solid too. I slightly favor OG.
I do like what they're doing with this draft. I really do. I think this Thompson Gyro is going to be very interesting. The magic damage, the slowdown, it's going to make it very hard for Miracle to kind of sustain himself inside these team fights, even with the time walk. But I find it hard to bet against the physical damage. I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm going to go with Nigma this game.
Does that mean it's a wager? Nomad? Are we gonna do it?
It does indeed, yeah.
Alright.
Summer claims my last one, so let's just charity donations. Whoever gets it wrong, I'm voting for Nigma, you're voting for OG.
I'll go for OG.
Let's see which way it goes down.
Let's do it. So far, we went the same way in the last 3 games, and we predicted 3 out of 3 correctly. Let's see. This is gonna be it, the tiebreaker, and the loser pays up to charity. Let's do it.
That's how we do here, folks. Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 1 in a Best of 3 series. Here in the upper bracket of the OGA Dotapit. We're going to go through to the upper bracket finals to face the winner of the previous series, which was of course now V. The loser locks down to the lower bracket to fight off in the wild elimination game. You don't want to be there, folks. It's scary. It's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
So the patch just around the corner. Anything could happen.
There's also a Vikings versus VP down there. One of them gonna get last place in this tournament. Very, very scary. Oh, Saksa getting found out by Miracle, but he has boots. He's not afraid. He might be afraid now.
Some sort of paralyzing cask that is going to connect. The arrow to follow. Oh, the arrow is a mark from GH.
Oh, it's so hard.
They won't be able to connect that one.
It's so hard. GH had to throw it like the same time the cask is going on. It's only a 1 second stun, and the Shadow Demon has boots, so he can like move to the side while the cask is coming. Yeah, it was not gonna happen.
Unfortunately not. So that's gonna be no first blood for this team. Meanwhile, No-Tail and Mind Control having a bit of fun over on the side, just playing with one another. Casting some spells. GH is coming across though. Mind Control does have this Slithering Crush. Could set up for another arrow here. GH, pressure's on this time. And connect onto No-Tail. In range, they will get. Arrow's going to follow as well. No-Tail locked down. I'm guessing this is going to be first blood. No-Tail, no counter play. He's going to end up dropping. That's a nice rotation in from GH.
Oh no. The classic +5 giving away the first blood. That's going to be, he's going to be so happy with that on Mind Control. Up 300 some gold. Troll did deny 3 creeps though, so they actually lost a lot more experience than what they gained from getting that first blood.
Yeah, it's a decent amount for LTW to try and make up for the fact that that No-Tail did drop. But yeah, I mean, Mind Control, he's going to have a rough time up in this top lane, so it's really key that he was able to get himself a first blood. That's going to mean that he at least starts the game with something, and hopefully he can springboard that into having like a somewhat decent time up in this top lane.
Yeah.
It could be a really impactful first blood if they can make use of it out of Team Nigma.
It's such a hard lane though, Troll versus Slaughter. Bottom lane now, this is the interesting stuff right here. Faces Void and Witch Doctor versus Magnus Shadow Demon. This is giving me so much fun. Every time I see Seb, it gives me flashbacks to TI7. Like Seb Magnus.
Of course.
Every time he plays Magnus. So it's always fun to see. He always empowers his position 4. The position 4 goes and starts like hitting the support or trades better against the carry or like whatever it may be. Sacks are creating a lot of chaos right now while Magnus is freezing the lane in front of the tower.
He's trying to hold things steady. So he's fixing them in control for himself. Meanwhile, over in towards the mid lane, we have a very interesting lane here as well. We've got Weeha playing the Zeus into a Gyrocopter mid from Thompson. Now, in case you guys missed it, the Gyrocopter mid was run, I believe, by Nigma in the group stages, I want to say, or maybe it was even in the first round of playoffs by Nigma, and I believe it won. I think it did pretty well. It offered a lot of AoE magic damage. It was a magic build, which we went for, and Thompson is definitely going for that build as well. I mean, you know, it's Thompson. If there's spells on the hero, he's probably going to turn into a magic build hero, and that's exactly what he's doing here. He's already got the null talismans queued up on Gyrocopter.
I never really liked playing Gyrocopter into Faceless Void because Gyro's a hero who needs to go into the fights, and Faceless Void loves playing against those lineups because like you can get the easier chronos, you know. Whoa, ILTW! Oh no!
Wow.
He got killed while Notail was pulling. Oh no.
He did indeed. Slithering Crush into the bash, into the arrow. It was enough to take him down, and that's going to be the Troll Warlord losing his life.
Yeah, that's, you don't want that happening. Exactly. Mind Control now has 2 kills under his belt. It's supposed to be a hard lane, but he's actually top of the network charts already, like just because of those 2 kills. How do you expect any kills to happen, Mill? Like I feel these 2 guys are just gonna keep, you know, teabagging each other, constantly bringing each other low. They have a bottle, they're baiting one another, and then they're gonna back off and then go back to base or something. I was gonna say teabag each other, you know, like going in and out. Teabag, like a teabag. You know when you drink tea, yeah. Like
you drink something of tea. Okay,
yeah.
I think you have some reading up to do on modern language, but nevertheless, yes, it is going to be a pretty even split in the middle lane, I believe, depending on maybe some rotations. They might make the difference.
Whoa, Nomad, I was not going there, okay? That is your dirty mind. Get your mind out of the gutter, Nomad. Come on now.
I'm just saying. Meanwhile, Saxa hanging around the edges of the bottom here. Kuroki's bouncing around on him though. This could mean that the Shadow Demon gets into some trouble. Let's see what goes down here. Miracle gets on top, popping a time dilation. Coconut to follow as well. Is it going to bounce back? No, it is not. They're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Maledict comes through. Miracle needs a bash here, really. And
Topson mid.
Saxa's is going to run him. Topson getting jumped in the middle lane. They're going to be able to bring him down. Weeper and GH find a kill in the mid. Meanwhile, Saxa does just about survive that one. So he is going to live through that engagement. A lot of trades being made across the map right now.
Yeah, that haste rune plus just GH coming in there with the leap, pressuring the Gyrocopter a bit. Allowing them to get a big kill. Now Zeus has Thunder God's Wrath.
Fighting down here at bottom over the bounty rune here. It looks like
Seb
taking a lot of damage inside the Maledict, but he wants to try and get the kill, but the arrow connects from GH, bringing down Seb and saving Kuroki in the process. Saxa also running away on low HP, has his Tranquil, so should be alright. He doesn't unfortunately have the Thunder Gods to finish anybody else, but he did just use it for that engagement. Wow, this is very, very on the edge game from both of these teams right now. A lot of heroes coming very close to dropping and just about staying alive.
GH actually missed the uphill hit onto Saxa. That was pretty much a double kill right there. That quick level 6 from Weeha after killing Topson, I really don't think OG expected that. And they almost got heavily punished for it. They still did because Nag died, but if Shadow Demon also died, that would have been huge.
Yeah, indeed. I just come back bottom and continue to babysit Miracle. They want to give him the best game possible. Currently, he's having a pretty good time. Pretty much neck and neck with IRTW on CS and net worth.
I want to just show like how important runes are for OG, right? They bring both the Shadow Demon and the Phoenix to the top rune, not letting the Zeus pick that up. And as soon as Mirana, GH is like, oh, whoa, what's going on here? Why are there 3 of you? And then it just instantly backs off, and now Topson secures the bottom rune. Like that's just, you know, getting in the heads of OG, how they prioritize this and how they understand this is what allows them to make plays on the map.
Well, Phoenix getting very low up here in the top lane. Can it take the job though? The Axis comes spinning on through. The Starstorm is not death, but GH will do it with the right click. Now they're looking for revenge. LTW can't close the gap onto GH. He's still got another leap available and going to stab himself up and come back in. They might be looking for the play onto the Troll Warlord. The Troll Warlord trying to bring down Mind Control. Mind Control, he's got himself a Slithering
arrow.
Have an arrow available as well. This could be dangerous for LTW as he gets Slithering Crush. Arrow to follow. They're controlling him up so well. The 2 plays from Nigma, stopping LTW from fighting. Thunder God comes down, finishes the job, gets a kill for Weeha. That is how you do it, Nigma.
That is so good. Man, GH is making so much space in this game. There's 6 kills on the side of Nigma, right? GH is 2, 0, and 4. He has pretty much created all of this advantage that Nigma has built up in this game. No tail again?
More. He's looking for no tail under the tower. Okay. Doesn't get the Starstorm hit.
Yeah.
Won't get the kill. No tail. He's narrowly surviving.
Creep wave just coming in on time, but they're gonna get that D ward. No tail did notice GH planting that. not so bad.
We're not going backwards. He has got regen.
Oh, he wants no tail.
Yeah, he's got flower, but he's going into this kill. TP across. It's not going to be there in time though. Mind Control's going to get the kill. RTW coming across for a bit of revenge, throws down the action. I think Mind Control knows he's dead here, but is he turning around? Gets the bash, running away, Rain's axe finds him, brings him down. Mind Control does die for that one. Not entirely sure if that takedown has been worth it. What say you, Steven?
Oh, you know it was not worth it. Thompson mid though. He was diving weed. There's so much TP support coming in for weed. Jeez, they really want to punish Thompson for that play, and it works out.
Well, what did you expect?
Indeed.
Yeah.
It does come through in the end.
I think Thompson needs to be careful. If he TP's back mid and Miracle sticks around here, there is a Chrono up plus Mask of Madness, he might just die once again. But instead they're going to go for Saksa. They just wanted to get a kill. Oh, that's the courier.
Oh, okay. Alright, they bring them both down.
That's good.
I thought Tail was looking to help him out, but unfortunately he's not done right yet, of course. So that's just Shadow Demon at mid, and then into the tower. I don't feel like OG needs to try and defend this one. Thompson just walking back to lane. He's going to get here eventually, so no tower today, but still getting pretty damn low. Team Nigma, they're going to be happy about that. Opens up a real opportunity to take it up with the level 10 catapult.
Yeah, Miracle has like healing salve and Master Madness. It's okay to just go back after this. There's a rocket coming in though. Oh, that might be a dead Miracle.
Miracle? Oh god, that hurt. Meanwhile, Weeha's going to put the ultimate on the backline, trying to bring down Thompson with the Mount Economy. Will certainly fall, but they get the return kill onto Kuroki. We playing in the river, but ILTW trying to get on top of him. He's going to blow him down with the range.
He needs a net.
Down. He doesn't really have the damage to get this kill though, so just a couple more axes thrown his way, and now ILTW will chill out and get himself back.
I would say that was pretty worth it for OG. Not only did they defend middle, but they also get a kill.
Trying to fight up, drops the RP down onto GH. He's solo. GH just needs one more right click, finds it, gets the kill. Double full. GH gets the solo kill onto the Magnus. How is he doing so much damn work here? It's insane.
It's already level 7. Top the fight. It don't end. Mind Control. Oh, he got out the rocket. That was so close.
Dire are scanning.
Relevant chat line.
Dire's middle tower
Right
is
now.
under
These guys are brawling. I mean, let's take a step back, take a breather, and actually have a reflection on how everyone's...
No tail?
Oh, hold on. GH is trying to have some fun here. The arrow. The arrow. Oh, we'll be able to dodge it out.
Yeah, there was a word there that watched GH throw that arrow out. So maybe if he didn't see that, he might have got hit by it. It was a really nice arrow going past the tree line.
Diving it. Delta arrow. Anyways, yeah, so who's doing well from this lane phase? Who's happy? Who's sad? Give us a 4-1.
Oh, every core on Nigma is very happy. That's for sure. That one death from Miracle middle, that made him a little bit sad, but that's okay. He's back to farming once again. There's no pressure on this bottom tower anymore either. Especially after GH is pretty much solo killing Seb there. GH is the one who's like the happiest. Like he was level 7 by 9 minutes. He just ate the Tommy's level 8.5. He does an insane amount of damage. He can pair up with either the Sodar or the Void and pretty much kill anybody on OG side.
This is a terrifying prospect. And Seb is in danger of being chrono into arrowed down the bottom lane if they want to make this happen. Looks like they do.
They do.
They're in the neighborhood.
Disruption.
They're coming down. Saxon
So good.
Throwing the disruption. That means the arrow's going to miss as well. Perfect positioning from Saxon to save Seb, wasting the chrono. And have a look for the turnaround. Kroiki's going to be the target. He's going to try and drop the death rate to Thompson. Dropping pretty low. And the thunder goes up as well. They're going to test through him like butter. Meanwhile, GH is taking a step too far and gets cut down by RTW. They are going to be able to make the trades here, but Thompson does die during this with 2 supports. You know, it's not the worst trade in the world, but still a little bit better for OG, just because they get the trade.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. But they also got mid and top tower though, on Nigma's side. So a lot of map control now for Nigma, and the Phases Void. I wonder if he's just gonna leave bottom lane. He's still feeling quite comfortable to stay down here. There's not enough pressure coming out from OG side for him to get kicked out of this lane at the moment. Just allowing his Zeus and Slaughter to absorb the farm top and middle first before he takes over those areas. I must say, OG, like, they made a cool play. Saksa was in the perfect place. He read the map correctly, expecting Seb to be the one getting chronoed, but they're not really opening up this map, and Thompson is struggling quite a lot too. He's going for that Boots of Travels, not that tanky, still needs another 1,000 gold.
Let's smoke it in though. Nigma looking to draw some
Radiant's
blood.
middle
They have
tower
a blink
is
dagger
under attack.
on mind control. They want to make some use of this timing. Could be the target. He's hugging that tower pretty closely though. This is not a subtle gank at the same time. Not much no-tail can do about it anyway as mind control comes on through. The lightning bolt will finish the job. Arrow not even needed. No, get the clean kill onto the Phoenix and look to take this last outer tower. But Topson has turned up, so it doesn't look like they're willing to let this go easily.
He needs to be careful. Yeah, he's looking pretty dead.
Jump in, done, lightning bolt, Topson, he's got a close phase on him, trying to run away, Miracle is on him, the disruption comes through, but everything's actually going to die as well, more than anything. Both heroes will drop, the Death Ward from Koki, pretty damn good, even getting some hits up onto ILTW here, a Corrosive Haze Death Ward, ain't nothing to mess with. Zed's trying to come down, looking for the RP, can't find himself a target, could take it onto mind control if he really wants, but he's actually out of mana right now, his no-tail will fall. Zed, he's clearing really well for in the whole of Nigma coming in, it's some chain feeding going on right now, mind control jumping forward, looking for the plus one, they want to bring down RTW, pop Dilpers, try and turn around onto mind control, getting himself at least one kill here would be something, but that's all it's going to be, just the one, as Miracle will put him to sleep, and they get themselves 4 kills on the side of Nigma. OG, a very scrappy defense off this tower, and it doesn't quite work out for them in the end.
Oh, that was such an awkward defense from OG. Like, your Gyrocopter and your Shadow Demon die right away, then the Phoenix TP's in, literally eggs in front of 4 heroes. One of them being a Mirana, so that was so awkward. They could have just let that tower die and try to go in again once that Gyrocopter is alive, but very tough play from OG, getting completely punished. And I want to mention, that's Miracle with a Midas and a Mask of Madness who's been joining fights. No boots.
Yeah, there seems to be the new hotness on the face. Oh yeah, not even boots, wow.
Yep.
Just here to try and walk in.
Miracle's build. What he likes to do.
How he did it.
Nah, he's got treads. He hits very, very quickly.
A lot of bashes. A lot of damage.
Yeah. I love Wii.
Nigma seems to be in full control of this game.
I was gonna say, I love Wii's gameplay too this game. He's just been so active. Like, after GH, no wave, dude.
Oh, wow.
This guy.
They nail him. They take him down. He doesn't even need to see the targets to get the arrows off.
He's actually ahead of the Magnus now in net worth.
Goodness gracious. This isn't going how they expect. Mind control blinked up to the high ground. We'll be alright. OG. They actually might not realize they're getting jump heroes. The Moonlight Shadowed heroes are making their way in. They're jumping onto this one. The Supernova comes down, but the Chrono Sphere comes down on top of it. Miracles wants to take it down, crack that egg as quickly as possible. Seb threatening with the RP, but they're just keeping their distance. They're baiting him out beautifully. Seb cannot get off his spells. He's going to have a skewer in 1 second, but unfortunately, even if he does drop down that ultimate, it's not going to make much of a difference as they will finish him off. And now looking towards Roshan. Oh, guess what? We've got a Slaughter, so this Roshan is going to go down very quickly and do that Corrosive Haze and minus 10 armor onto Roche. That's going to make them take it very, very fast.
Yeah, Void does so much damage with these bashes to Roshan. 16 minutes, 10k gold lead? Oh my goodness. I mean,
great, is it?
OG, it's not like they even lost their lanes badly. It's just they're taking a lot of bad fights. And GH has just been dominating this game, man. His early snowball and just he just kept pressuring them. It didn't matter. He was so high level 7, level 8, 10 minutes into the game as a position 4. It's just a dream.
Yeah, it kind of feels like OG just kind of needs the space on the map. Therefore, they're forced into trying to defend these tier 1 towers. And it's not the best thing for them to do, but at the same time, they can't afford to give up that map space to Nigma. This team is, they're far much quicker, regardless. And if they have any more map space, then they're kind of muffled out of the game. So they're forced into making these very scrappy defenses, which don't actually work out that well for them. And now they jump forward, looking for Topson. Arrow won't connect, but they've got that Corrosive Haze onto him, so he could still be in some trouble. Lightning Bolt's coming on through. They've got a Thunder Gods if they want it. Need a little bit more damage to finish the job, though. Mind control. He's still chasing. He wants to be that extra bit of damage. Sunray's coming through from No-Tail to try and keep him alive. They will be able to save the Gyrocopter. A sweep up from No-Tail. Nice little 2-play from these guys as they keep each other alive and keep themselves nice and safe.
Alright.
They'll be falling on OG right now.
That was a lot of space at least, right? They spent a lot of time just hunting this Gyrocopter. That means Magnus and the Troll Warlord were able to pick up a little bit more gold. Magnus really need that Blink Dagger to try and do something in these engagements.
Jump in, going out. They found themselves No-Tail. He is just not getting away from this one. possibility of escape. But I mean, I kind of feel this has been a bit of space for Warlord to farm up a bit, find his space to get this BKB. He's not coming out to him right now, so...
So this is TP top. If he gets purged here... Oh no, he bolts first. He notices that Saxo is still here. Very good play from Weeha. He's been playing so well this game on Wii. This is like one of his heroes. He has like 3 heroes that he plays exceptionally well.
Thompson comes into the middle lane, gets that Chronosphere set upon him. The arrow will not connect, fortunately, but Miracle's coming in, dropping the Chronosphere onto 2 heroes. That's a perfect Chronosphere, catching out the Phoenix, and that's a double kill for Miracle World as well. And he's even looking across to RTW. RTW just want to pop the ultimate hit, but might have no choice. He's going to have to pop the BKB at least. Now turns around, starts throwing some axes away of Miracle, but the 10-second BKB just does absolutely nothing for RTW. As OG will retreat to their high ground and let Nigma take yet another tower hit.
Yeah, Miracle also has an Aegis, so he wasn't gonna pop that battle trance or anything like that, even if he did get a route onto the Faceless Void. He's gonna have to wait till this Aegis actually runs out, but Miracle has 4,000 gold in the bank. Okay. It's like, I actually thought he just got treads like not too long ago. The man's already got 4,000 gold and is about to take a tier 2 tower. We top.
Target here in comes the cooldown on top of Zeus. However, if he finishes the job here, he will be able to do so. Look at the GH as well. He might not be that safe. Meanwhile, no tail going down in the bottom lane. They're holding this well. Coming through onto GH. He's got that heal there. The Thompson gets on top of him. He has got the rocket barrage. Trying to finish the job here. He punches for the kill. Gets the double kill. Kuro will finish the job on him, but still, that's a double kill for Thompson up here in the top lane. Very impressive stuff in this gyrocopter indeed.
That's huge. He just killed 2 people by himself who are actually more farmed than he was. Like, so the gyrocopter can really do a lot of damage. The problem is, it's very weak against the Slaughter and the Faceless Void though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Now LTW using the space which Thompson has created to push in this middle lane, try and get a bit of damage on the tower. Saxa and Seb waiting behind onto any kind of play onto LTW with a reverse polarity or disruption.
They also got Miracle's Aegis, by the way, while that was happening top.
Finding Saxa in the river. Saxa will be able to turn around and drop down the Domino Percy. RP coming down onto the 2 of them.
Huge.
Void, do they have the damage? Yes, they do. The Void is dead, and they're going to be able to follow over the kill onto Mind Control as well. How are they doing this? They're looking for more. Weed's going to be the next target. They've got that homing missile coming out on Tim, so he's going to be doing much good here. RTW trying to close that gap. He's got the axes coming down. OG are not stopping the train. Has left the station, and we get run over. Kuro on the high ground might be the +1 here. RTW and Seth, they're looking for it. Axes coming down onto the Witch Doctor. Beautiful arrow from GH, so it's coming up with the death. They're going to kill off the Troll Warlord. I can't believe it. The support duo from Nigma play it perfectly. They are going to lose Kuro in the end, but by every stretch of the imagination, I mean, they did everything they could to just pull something out of this one, and that's what his teams are so damn good at doing, just finding the clutch little moments to make things not quite as bad as it would be for other teams, but still, Nigma, 5-man wipe, absolutely fantastic from OG, pulling themselves well and truly back into this game. Still a big goal difference, but I imagine that's going to start to come down soon.
Yeah, that was such a nice play from OG, just being very patient on that Magnus. As soon as Slardar blinked in, like Mind Control blinked in, I really don't think he had any business doing that. He just got completely punished with that double RP onto him and Miracle. Troll Warlord doing plenty of damage when he gets that battle trance off. Dude,
that GH arrow onto the Troll Warlord.
Oh yeah, that was so nice. I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would have been horrendous. It was horrendous nonetheless, but you know, the Troll dying meant they didn't lose more map control than they would have, right? And this Troll probably would have gotten, you know, more farm than this Void by now, had he not died there.
Yeah. Damn. Taking some big thick stacks. Miracle taking some more creep camps. He's finished off his Scuddy, by the way. So the Midas, Mask of Madness, then straight into the Scuddy. What's the reasoning for this build this game?
I think it's just for the heals from the Troll Warlord's Battle Trance. Then you got the Sunray. On top of that, it makes you just incredibly tanky. You don't really need damage output right now. You got damage coming out from your Mask of Madness, your Hand of Madness, and your Power Treads, right? The Time Lock is pretty much all the damage you need for the time being. MKB will be his next choice because of the Rolling Axes. So just gonna look forward to that. He does have a DD in his bottle now, with the smoke and a chrono. That's pretty scary.
Radiant are scanning.
If they knew about this, they would be much more scared than they are now. They're actually smoking up into this. It's going to be very, very bad if they can get off their damage. They're going to lose no tails straight off the bat. They're
going to egg
them through. Might have to finish the supernova. Don't do so, but GH immediately jumping in, but they actually want to back themselves away. They're realizing it's right at the RP is huge, but the RP is countered by the chrono sphere from Miracle. He's going to have to take down two, but now the RP comes out, and the ultimate from RTW chops him through the face of Void. Is it going to be enough? The roof got him. Time warp. They bring him down. The Void is out of here. Now we're looking for Luha as well. He's got the TP away. There's nothing to cancel. He's gone, but 3 heroes down the side of Nigma, 2 for the side of OG. These fights could not be any closer.
Wow, that was so amazing. They first Delta split, right? And the troll gets that BKB off before the chrono comes off too, so he didn't really want to focus him. He had to focus the egg first, and then the troll just pops the ulti, kills the Void. Meanwhile, Nigma, they wanted to help the Void's chrono, but the Gyrocopter came from behind, killed pretty much the Witch Doctor and the Slaughter by himself. That was some crazy engagement from OG. Like, they read it so well. They understand the only big teamfight spell that Nigma has right now is just the chrono. Making sure that the Gyro and the troll don't get caught together. They also have an E-Blade now on Thompson. Where did this guy get his items from? Like, he was so broke just a couple minutes ago. Now he has a full E-Blade.
All this turnaround has come from Thompson's play in the top lane. Since then, that's how they've been able to find things. Mind control jumping on Thompson. He's just going to turn around, drop the E-Blade, slow him down, as well, drop the demonic purge. Must come through as well with the rocket barrage. That's interesting. That's interesting. So the plan is to use the Ethereal Blade to slow him down long enough for the homing missile to connect. And also stay in range for the rocket barrage and the cooldown.
This is how he played
brain shit.
His Snapfire too, right? Just E-Blade, just pop people with all the magic damage. Like, he understands that's his job in the game. His carry is gonna be the one doing all the physical damage. He's just like pretty much playing Zeus, but with a creative hero, essentially. Other teams are picking Zeus, he picks Gyrocopter and beats Zeus that way.
Zeus.
Radiant's courier.
Talking about Zeus, he's going for the Blink Dagger next.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
I think one of the reasons why they also... Oh no. OG, are they actually going to get away with this? Miracle's nowhere near.
There's an Nimbus in the pit. They know
okay.
what's going on.
Alright, alright. They need to buy 20 seconds for this chrono to be up. And they can't afford OG to get this Aegis. That is the counter to the chrono. Big counter. On top of the Shadow Demon disruption.
Roche just casually having a 1v1 with the Nimbus in the pit. Everybody else waiting with bated breath to see who jumps for it. Roshan wins. Congrats. But these two teams, I think the situation's kind of been diffused a little bit. OG were just trying to sneak it, Nigma show up, and they realize that's no longer a possibility. But Miracle, he does have this Chrono Sphere. He definitely wants to pop it and find himself a hero or two.
Yeah, then they're just gonna keep nimbusing, making sure that OG's not sneaking this. And OG are pretty happy to just chill and poison inside the pit. See if Nigma are trying to sneak this while their troll is just farming up. Like, this troll has overtaken the board. You know how disastrous it is to be having 10,000 gold lead at like 15 minutes and now it's 2,000 at 26 minutes. That is really bad. Like,
yeah.
it just means that Nigma just can't actually team fight right now. But they can. They have good heroes for it. They just had to get the right angles. He canceled it, faked it.
Oh, that was some toe curling stuff right there. If he finds a pick off, that's game changing, obviously. But reaching a little too far with that.
Dire's bottom tower.
I would love to know the stat on a team who's up 10k gold at 15 minutes.
Taking this very quickly. The arrow's going to connect though. It's actually connecting for Rick. I'll finish for a shot. Okay, there we go. It's in hand. They weren't ready.
That was really nice play from Seb, like trying to get that RP onto the void, but I think he was really trying to fake it, and then that lured Nigma away from the Roshan pit and allowed IOTW to enter the Rosh, have enough time to complete it before Nigma can actually show up with all their heroes. Because they all moved away from the pit to try and help Miracle
Dire's bottom tower
with the set fake. So a lot of mind games going on.
Miracle, he's setting up
Big Chrono.
full three-man Chrono steal onto the support full corner of the river. Now LTW, he's not a support. He's a big boy. He's just getting taken down, pounded by the Death Ward. Is there anything I can do about this, OG? Doesn't look like it. They are looking for the Zeus, though. Tossen finds one turnaround kill. He's actually going up the high ground for more. Michael going Croaky, ready to wait him near his death. Oh no, he's comboed up with a disruption or miscomboed there as Zeb makes a nice play up to the high ground. It's okay, they're buying time for Thompson to do his thing in the back line. He's bullying Thor and GH, or is it the other way around? I can't quite tell with this guy. He's able to take down one. The field blade comes out on the other. Missile's going to come down as well. GH, he does dodge out with Missile, and he actually knows he needs to get away. Zeb,
No way.
they get the kill. Thompson, man. This guy is just playing this hero like it's 2025. Meanwhile, Miracle into the trees, making the TP away. They won't be able to find him, and he gets himself out. Well, they get that carry out of there at the very least. So Thompson's just going to TP to keep on following Miracle. He doesn't have any health. He doesn't have a care in the world.
Dude, Thompson literally killed the Zeus by himself, the Wish Doctor, and the Mirana, while everybody was just trying to help the Troll Warlord and the Magnets, like, push away Miracle, right? That's just crazy. He literally just took on 3 heroes and killed them. Like that, the Zeus just died from the E-Blade combo plus just 1 shockwave from the Magnet. That's all the help that Thompson actually needed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. I'll be honest, it's not the ideal time to be finding the new OP combo of the patch, but you know, I'm enjoying it whilst it lasts.
This is awesome. I love watching Thompson play right like this. Like, it's just so refreshing. And the thing about Thompson, what makes him so special, is he finds the right angles in the team fight. He knows who can kill him, and then he avoids that situation and finds like the most optimal hero to maximize his damage and impact in the fight. Like, he's always so patient.
Yeah.
So patient.
And the thing which makes it even more impressive is that it's on heroes like Magic Damage Gyro and Morphling and with Aghanim turning into Earth Spirit. He seems to play these heroes which no one ever else, or do these strategies which no one else ever does. And somehow acting like he's played like 500 games.
Exactly. It's just like a playstyle thing though, right? Like, he kind of plays this wave with pretty much every hero. He's just, you know, owns up to it. Like, he knows this is how he likes to play. He knows this is how he knows how to play, and he just does it really well. And everybody else is kind of just surprised by it, since they're all doing like meta stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty annoying to try and prepare for talking like, I'm sure he's gonna do this Morphling Earth Spirit meta. Oh no, he's picked Magic Damage Gyro this time. Great. Throw those tapes out the window, but Nigma by no means out of this one, and with LTW walking up to the high ground.
Oh, big Chrono.
Still allowing Chrono's come out. They've got out Thompson. Can they bring him down? Do they have the damage? They look like they do. Thompson though gets off the ethereal plane in the very last second. Out of the city as well. He's going to survive through this. Milk will actually have to retreat. GH is coming in though. He wants this kill so badly. He wants to bring him down with the BKB. It's still going. They might get the return kill, but we blinked in. Finished off with the lightning bolt. This is Nigma's fight. 3 heroes dead, along with the carry in the mid laner. It's already over for OG. They just need to try and get themselves out of there. No Tail though, unfortunately, does not have the Icarus dive. He's got 20 charges on his Holy Locket. He's got a Holy Locket, but it's not going to save him here, unfortunately.
Dude, that was such a beautiful play from Nigma. They fully expected OG to run up that hill. They let the troll come in first. Slaughter stunned them up, and Miracle, as soon as he saw Shadow Demon, he jumped in. And conveniently enough, there was also a Gyrocopter right beside him. So the 2 position 1 and the 2 getting down to like what, 100 HP? At the end of that chrono, it just allowed Nigma to just completely run them over. OG making that over-aggressive play into that high ground without taking the right steps to penetrate that area.
Well, the comeback dream looking pretty sick for OG, but all of a sudden Nigma just reminding us why this team is so damn good. They were still ahead at that point, and they're sure to remind OG of it very thoroughly, taking the team fight beautifully and put themselves back into a firm ahead position. Really nice stuff.
I will not count OG out until Nigma manages to secure the next Roshan. That's gonna be the big thing for Nigma. If they can get the next Rosh, it's gonna have a Refresher Shard or an Ags on it too. That's gonna be the game changer right now. This 1 Rax, I don't think it means a whole lot against the Troll Magnus. It is a little bit of an advantage, which will definitely help Nigma out, but if these last team fights, what they told us is that OG are a bit stronger at the moment. Like, that last fight was just, when Nigma won, it was just a complete, you know, one-sided fight, right? They had like the best possible case scenario for them.
Yeah, but with the 8k gold advantage, It's going to be very tricky for OG to break them next time around. And it feels like they figured something out now, Nigma. It feels like this kind of scattered game team before is about to come to an end. We'll see what they can give to OG. I mean, Kuro as the captain, this team's never going to really be making mistakes.
Hold on. Kuro bought Aghanim Scepter on Wish Doctor.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The absolute madman.
Okay. Normally we see Wish Doctors buying Glimmer Capes, you know, but this is a greedy build here. That being said though, it's a lot of damage in Chrono. Miracle has been getting 2/3-man Chronos this entire game. It's gonna be just some nice damage output.
That being the case, it definitely is gonna be Kuro and Miracle are going to be blasting out a lot in these teams.
And the Zeus. Let's not forget the Zeus here. I know he's been dying quite a bit, but whoa, it's Power Ranger TPs top onto the tier 2 tower. They're really going to bait this tier 1 right now.
Oh, OG, I think they knew they were at bottom and they're like, alright guys, they're going to be smoking like this, but no, they're jumping straight onto LTW. However, LTW is able to kind of play carefully. It looks like it's only a soft commit from Nigma here. They're trying to bait out some spells and they get them. Beautifully done to get that supernova down. They throw themselves away, get themselves back, and now they can re-engage.
It's trying to go back.
Really nicely done from Nigma.
OG, I don't think you're gonna want to fight this, but they're sticking around, man. Yeah, they want to get the surprise RP.
Yep, arrow gonna come through, not gonna connect though, bouncing through the fight. LTW happy to still in this front line and be the big pads in the front line. Threatening Nigma to come and attack you. No supernova, no worries. We don't need that stupid spell.
Arrow?
Fire control, jumping onto the control wall of Troll, getting pretty lonely. Might want to consider popping that BKB and finishing the job, and we'll do exactly that. Now, choose Miracle. Miracle pops the Chrono Spear down. That means that BKB is going to end and he's going to get completely shredded. Bye-bye ILTW. Meanwhile, Thompson, he's on the chase. For what? I'm not too sure. Now he's going to TP himself away. Miracle's not even going to try for the bash. Lets him escape, and that'll be that.
Okay, Roshan not yet up. 15 seconds. It doesn't look like Nigma knows the timer at the moment, but when OG is alive on this Troll Warlord, they're gonna have a window to do something. The Chrono is on cooldown for 2+ minutes. This is it. This next rush, it's gonna be everything in this game.
1.5 minutes, and this game should be decided pretty much by this Roshan. I mean, to be fair, I think if OG get the Roshan, will get the Aegis, you're still playing into a Zeus and Witch Doctor and you're on a high ground. Like, it's pretty good. So.
It really depends on what item comes from this Roshan, right? If you get like an Aghanim for the Shadow Demon, that could be pretty strong against the Faceless Void as well for OG. If you get a Refresher, 9 RP, 2 RPs, it's just okay. But that Axe could be a huge game changer. And Troll is going to feel so confident to just walk up high grounds with that Aegis as well for 5 minutes. And Nigma, when they get the Aegis, we've seen Miracle what he does with Aegis. This is a madman. He does not give any sense about anybody.
No, it's way too strong to give the way off Nigma. They will end the game without this next stage. I'm fairly sure. It's going to be something absolutely crazy. Roshan is coming up in 20 seconds. ILTW ready and waiting inside the Roshan pit. He kills off the courier as well. My controller leaving his in there to try and see when that Rosh respawned. Accepting the risks.
Yeah, I really hope OG don't do that thing again where they fight without their supernova after using it. That was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
In the last engagement. I really didn't understand why the Troll Warlord kept forcing it.
Oh, they're looking for Seb. They get on top of it and they've got the bashes coming on down. My goodness, that is a magnet. Or, sorry, more accurately, that was a magnet. That is no longer.
He's got a buyback at least.
But,
they want more though on Nigma.
They certainly do. They certainly do. RTW.
Oh.
Lightning bolt is really
Ooh, that's gonna be rough because Roshan is now alive. And Nigma have Chrono up in 5 seconds. ILTW, are you sure about this?
He's a madman. This kid knows no breaks. The courier running around his face. The Miracle basically saying, I see you. I see you.
Is this gonna be a Chrono steal?
I've got a Chrono steal. Yeah. I've not a Chrono steal.
They need to fight. They need to fight.
Guess we're gonna find out. Let's see. Thompson running up onto the high ground. They're able to take down Mind Control. Throw about. They've got the Zeus. He's in some trouble as well. In fact, no one's coming to save him. There is no chronosphere available. Meanwhile, inside the road pit, he jumps in. Miracle is gonna be able to ground.
Got everything.
Grab the refresher. Use it immediately. Logs down the troll warlord for the duration. Is enough. Yes, it is. Miracle finds the value and gets 2 kills. What a player. He brings them both down. Meanwhile, Thompson still trying to fight, but it's one man versus the world. The man never wins in that occasion. He's going to fall as well. A dieback from Seth makes this really, 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 really bad. Oh, that refresher shot play was completely beautiful.
He got the ages, he got the cheese, he got the refresher. I mean, were we expecting anything else? The troll was just doing the Roshan while his team was fighting and the void was not showing. So, oh man, with that vision inside of the pit, such a good jump from Miracle there. So calculated.
Nice indeed.
He knows what was important, right? Like not the gyrocopter or the Magnus or the Shadow Demon kills. It was just steal the Aegis. The disruption was on point, but it was just too soon. And Miracle manages to get the Aegis as soon as he comes out.
There you go. The high ground push begins. They have a lot of delaying strategies. They've only got a lot of damage. They'll need to time this one out.
Oh, he's dead. Yep, pressure off the Satanic.
Stop Satanic. Stop the Satanic.
Oh, dodge it. Okay. Nice.
Also connect. Motel.
Oh, Saksa. Oh, God.
Oh, okay. That's a gem as well. Motel can't actually pick up.
Gotta buy back.
A little bit too painful inside that Nimbus.
Yeah, he got arrowed on Saksa, and then Nimbus ulti got slapped.
Dire structures are fortified.
Dude.
Starting with the crumble. Nigma. There's no stopping them now, although a jump forward to Miracle. Pretty scary. LCW is back. So it's going to be back in 5 seconds, and they have the buyback on the Shadow Demons. They're going to use immediately.
Arrowed again.
Buddy, falls pretty low. Sactor comes in, saves him with the disruption. GH is just not missing. Supernova going to chase back. LCW needs to clip some creep to keep himself alive here. He's going to try himself forward inside that ultimate, but he's turned himself too much. Sactor actually going to absorb the Nimbus hit, which keeps the Troll Warlord alive, but he really needs to go and get some HP for himself. He does have himself a Satanic, so could still heal up from that as well. RCW will be able to hold on here, but still big threats on the board for Nigma, and they're going to have the Chronosphere available in 18 seconds. It's very hard to see how OG hold on when they have this Chronosphere back.
Extremely good call from Nigma just to back off. Like it must have looked so juicy to jump in onto OG while their battle chance is on cooldown, but you can just secure this game as soon as the Chrono's back. Miracle has been so on point with every single one of this big teamfight ulti usage.
Cool. What are you doing here, buddy? He's being a sneaky boy. Will anyone fall into his trap? Doesn't look like it. Not today. But it's very tempting to jump. Might be more than tempting if they use the Thunder Gods to get the vision down. Miracle going to jump in the backline, try and find Seb, thinking about dropping the Chronosphere. Doesn't want to do so straight away. Meanwhile, the Nimbus comes down. Chronosphere, that is so good. Catches Phoenix and the Magnus, but he actually can't jump away. RCW gets the chain route out on him. Seb now going to drop the up E. It might be able to take away his first life, but he actually drags him back onto the tier 2 tower. Not quite sure if Seb wants to be alone with this Void, but they're going to chase him away. Interesting fight as they do bring down the Zeus in the backline.
They can get him twice.
The rest of the team, they're nearby-ish. But they've got a lot to do here. They need to kill Miracle twice over. With Mind Control waiting to jump in with the flash. Will do so, allowing Miracle to try and turn around. He's got that Satanic, try and keep himself alive, but he is going to die. Aegis will pop. He has the cheese. He is ready to come back for life number 2. Mind Control also trying to jump in and help him out. Turning around onto RTW. RTW gets off the ultimate though. Fighting out with Miracle. Miracle can't win this engagement. Or can he? If he fights him into him? No way. There is no way. Supernova comes crashing down. Miracle dies for the second time around. Meanwhile, GH finds a pick on the back line, but now will be punished. Well, Kuro's going to be punished for it as he gets dragged back in by Seb. RTW with the double kill. They'll kill off the Void twice, and it all starts with a kill on to the Zeus.
Yeah, he had no buyback available to on Weeha, and then because that Chrono that came on, he didn't manage to get any kills since he constantly got rooted by the Troll Warlord. It actually kept his team alive. That was amazing. And then as soon as the Chrono is down, they can just chase him. RTW not attacking anybody else, keeping up the fervor stacks on the Void, so you can just constantly go on to him. That Butterfly made it really hard though to kill the Void, but he does have an MKB available soon.
He does. That should make the difference, but they needed the difference.
GH, oh, so close.
But they don't. Yeah.
Nice play from GH there too. Honestly, GH has been doing so much work in this game. Like his build is amazing. Blink heals, controlling the troll, always removing the empower, super annoying. The Guardian Greaves keeping his team alive, and now it's gonna have a Hex. I'd rather see him buy an E-Blade maybe, just so he can E-Blade someone or E-Blade the Troll Warlord. The Troll does have a lot of statuses, but E-Blading like your teammate when the Troll uses the ulti is pretty strong too. But the Hex is nice. He just wants to pick somebody off maybe. They feel like they lack a little bit of disable, I suppose.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case. Just that hard lockdown of the Troll.
No tail, arrow.
Eliminate any kind of chance of him going first off or the Yeah, he's got a on this.
Okay,
that's fine.
Damn, this game is getting very tense, Nomad. They have 2 Raxes, but the tier 2 is still alive bottom. That's gonna be pretty hard for Nigma to take the way that OG has been playing. They're just playing for the 4th Roshan already. Now it could take
Ninja Gear Void.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
The dream.
That is really, really good. It's gonna give the Timeless Relic to either the Zeus or the Mirana. It's also amazing. Timeless Relic Mirana with that sight and the arrows. Whew. It's gonna be some long disables.
That's what we want to see. Level up.
Yep.
That's a backpack item if reverse for it.
Exactly. Gonna keep that. Gonna give him a lot of power damage.
She is well, but it doesn't look like anyone's keeping it. Kind of want the Trolls just keeping it back.
What do they have? Oh, they have a Shaco. Who wants that? Maybe the Gyrocopter wants that, but he's actually keeping the Nether Shell instead for the Spell Lamp Magic Resist. I think the Shaco is probably better. It's a lot of HP. And he doesn't really need this gigantic mana pool.
No, he's already got a gigantic mana pool.
Oh, and Seb is the one holding the Spell Prism in this game for their team. Princess Knight, that's a good item too for someone to take, possibly. You can get that Hex onto the Void.
Yeah, I really like what I'm feeling. Really, it's good to just kind of swoop in and blast it. Yeah, I kind of want to see the Spell Prism on the challenge.
Oh, Kuro.
Yeah, I don't think I got a piece of mind control jumping into this one as well. I mean, the hell going to be able to kill up Jura very easily. Might try to run himself away. Meanwhile, the backline. Jericho tries to go for the backstab plays, but gets himself killed off. The misstep from Thompson gets him killed, and he has no buyback. This could be very costly for OG.
Thompson's backstab plays can only work so many times in one game before they start to realize what his plan is.
We all know Telforce gets caught that supernova right here as they get on top of mind control. He's losing
not bad.
Yules comes out, but it's trying to control him up, but it's not going to matter, or is it? The Sun Ray coming through, but he's got the BKB and keeps himself alive. The RGH jumps onto the Saxon. The Saxon's going to turn around, drop the disruption. RGH could be the one in trouble. He's got the Hex out onto the Soul Water, trying to control ILTW. He's got himself a Battle Trance available as well, along with the BKB. Not an easy target to bring down by any stretch of the imagination. Miracle still holding it back. He wouldn't use that Chrono Sphere. They'd rather just reset here. They'd rather just wait.
He can't afford to die. He fought back.
W there from Hilo as well, popping that BKB and Satanic, just healing off that creep near camp nearby. Keep himself healthy. Miracle, waiting, looking to go in. That has no Chrono, remember, so his threats are limited. He actually used the Chrono with the Ninja Gear and now swapped into the Leveler for the extra damage, but Roshan is up. This is the big problem here. 30 seconds till the Gyrocopter is going to be back. This is probably going to be a free rush going.
Yeah, free rush. What do we have in there too? We got the Aghanims and the Refresher. Who's going to take the Ags? Maybe the Faceless Void. That's going to be pretty powerful. Slaughter and Zeus already have their own Ags, so they don't need that.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Down to into the pocket for the Faceless Void. Aegis as well.
A fitting bounty.
And Refresher Shard for the Zeus. Actually.
Come on, Thompson.
I think what's going on in here, they're going to drop down the Demonic Perk. He managed to get a blink away on mind control just in time. The rest of the team is nearby, so very hard for OG to actually commit to this one.
Yeah, just gonna reset. Just wait for the chrono. 60 seconds, right? You got the Aegis.
Yeah.
A very long time left on your Aegis. You can just farm out just a little bit more. I really think Thompson needs that Shackle. He's just not going to be surviving against this Void, especially when he gets chronoed. This shell is just not providing enough for it to be warranted. For Gyrocopter to keep at 47 minutes into the game. The plus one already gives you enough magic resist. You don't really need more, I would feel.
W getting arrowed up, but he's got a Satanic and a Sanjin Yasha, so it doesn't last very long at all. So it's not bothered.
It does not. The thing that bothers Tro the most is the Yules. Not affected by status resistance. 2.5 second disable. It's been such a treat
moment here in the map.
watching.
They're looking.
Ooh. Who are they gonna find? They want Seb. They want Seb. He doesn't have a buyback.
What's that for?
He's a sure kill.
Yeah, true.
They found
Thunder God's gonna find it, and they're gonna
got Seb.
Miracle. He's gonna bring it through a Gale Ball, and they will be able to drop it down onto the Magnet, but in comes the disruption from down the map.
RP?
Save him and keep him alive a little bit longer, but he can't get off the RP anyway. He is dead. LTW in some trouble, popping that ultimate, trying to turn it around onto the Faceless Void, but the Faceless Void is more than happy to tank up into this one, and now he's got the Satanic coming out the other side. He's gonna be able to drop the Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord is dead. He has himself a buyback, but he does not want to use it. Saxa coming back into this one as well, trying to fight out the top, but the heels come down onto the Shadow Demon. The arrows coming through as well.
Buyback.
Multi-shot arrows coming out in every which direction. No buyback on Saxa either. Immediate dieback from him in fact. And the is on the Void. That might be it, but Nigma might have just done it. Oh, you know, OG, no fight till the last minute, but unfortunately, this really is looking like it's the end of the day for them. Let's see how they can play this one. Arrows coming out in every direction. No tail. ILTW and Thompson, the only ones left to defend for the next 70 seconds. Jumps in immediately, jumps onto a couple of Gyrocopter using that time warp bash combination to try and bring him down. Gyrocopter's going to be this target. Can they kill him off? Yes, they can. No buyback on him either. They're going to keep on chasing his LTW. Is going to be the next target. No tail is going to lose his life just outside the base, and down goes LTW as well. It's a triple kill for Miracle, and that will be it. The GG is called. Some days you just can't beat Miracle when he's playing on this Faceless Void. He's just too damn good of a hero. And TH on the Marana as well. Two incredible performances from these two. Nigma really giving it their all in this series and coming out with the victory in the end. GG.
This is exactly why team's first phase ban Faceless Void against this team. I mean, you said it. Faceless Void, Marana, GH, like these two, it was their show, right? Especially GH to the early...
Dire team battles. Turn to bang.
Welcome back, everyone. Here we are. I'm Gareth. Nomad has had to disappear off somewhere, but we're sticking around with 1437 as we get ourselves into game 2 of this series, Nigma against OG. I mean, Theben, game 1, that was spectacular. It looked like within 90 minutes Nigma had it, but it was real back and forth for a solid 45 minutes, an hour almost.
Dude, that was one of the best games I've seen all year. Just the small little things that both teams were doing to try to get an advantage, you know, the angles that they were taking with all their heroes, Miracle being patient to jump the right targets, Gyrocopter on Thompson, the same thing, looking for that Zeus in the engagement. And if you watch Weeha, this man was playing like 3 screens away because he knew that Thompson is looking for him. So it's like it all depended on, it all came down to who jumped who first and who got the right target first.
Yeah, like the backstabs from Thompson in every single team fight, just like beelining for that Zeus. And the last couple of games we've seen from that mid lane, the Snapfire, the Gyrocopter, he's going to rename the E-Blade into the T-Blade soon. You know, he is going for that item straight away and he knows how to use it.
It's amazing. It just does so much burst damage and it really catches people off guard because they don't really expect you to get it so early into the game as well.
I think he had it like in the last series, you know, last night he had it like 12 minutes in or something in E-Blade, and it's like, where did this come from? How has he got this? Like, oh, brown boots, bottle wand, E-Blade, not bothering with anything else. Nope.
I love that. I love that build. So innovative. This man, he is very unique in terms of the item builds that he goes for, and he knows exactly how to utilize them. That's what makes him so good, pretty much.
Well, Phoenix into Omni Knight. I'm a little bit sad that Venge is being banned out. That Venge with Shadow Fiend, the Venge with the Terrorblade and the Medusa looked really good for Nigma in those extended games against Viking. But obviously OG doing their homework and realizing they don't want to be messing around with that nonsense as the kind of classic now Omni Knight Sven back and forth in that first phase comes.
Exactly. You don't really want to give any team the Omni and the Sven combo. Nigma Miracle is really good at playing this Sven as well. And one thing about the Venge with the Viking, that was exceptionally good against Viking too, because Venge Dusa is one of their strategies that they really like to execute as well. So taking that away was a pretty big deal too. But OG really understanding that Nigma knows how to use the Venge to its fullest extent, like bringing in Shadow Fiend, for example, right? That's something that other teams are not willing to do, and it helps them.
Yeah, like first phasing Shadow Fiend going, like we went 0-8 in the laning stage and then didn't die for another 20 minutes, soaking up so much attention away from Miracle. A quick question though, how do you feel about this Sven versus Omni Knight? When Omni's picked first, Sven's the counter, you're going to have that Dispel on the Stormhammer and stuff. Do you like it in that order?
I think if you want the Omni Sven, it's a lot better to take the Sven first, just because Sven has more heroes that he can play with in the draft, right? Where Omni, you're kind of limited, right? Omni really only pairs up with the carry hero, and there isn't a lot of heroes who can utilize that Heavenly Grace as well as Sven could, for example. So this game, they do go with the Troll. Troll is a good hero against Sven. You can man up on him, especially once you have the Basher, and you can make Sven have a really difficult time, but it's just not as good for sure. So I think I do prefer, for me, the Sven against the Omni Knight, especially if the team with the Omni Knight doesn't have a huge variety of heroes that they can pair the Omni with.
I guess you are also kind of forcing the hand of your opponents to pick Sven. And then we've seen the shift of, a couple of European CIS teams move Sven into like position 3. And I think we even heard a couple of Russian players saying that Sven can even be, they've kind of tested it in scrims playing as like POS 4 or even POS 5, like we used to see 2 or 3 years ago with just Stormhammer running at people. So you've got that potential shift if you really need to.
That's true. I hope we don't see that, because it is really subpar as a support. This hero just farms so quickly. Like, why would you want to put it in any other role than a core? Right? Even at position 3, I don't mind position 3, right? You can have a lot of impact just buying like an urn, Aghanims. That's kind of like the build that we've been seeing if someone does decide to play a post 3 Sven. ES now from OG. I love this pickup, by the way, from OG, because it's a flex pick, right? They got the last pick. They can flex this to the very end. They can pick another 4, or they can give Thompson this Earth Spirit, go middle. And Earth Spirit with Heavenly Grace, that is a strong combo. Right, this hero
his strength gain is like, insane. Like, like 3.5 or something. And then we've seen Topson with that Echo Saber build.
Exactly, that's what I was
He's just whacking people with it.
You read my mind. The Echo Saber with the Heavenly Grace, and you can even, whack the egg if you want to in the game too. Yeah, Storm Spirit pick up now from Nigma. They see that not a lot of disables coming out from OG here. Very early Storm pick. Normally I expect Lee to like kind of hold out in the draft until he can pick like maybe Bat, Viper, Zeus. Like these are his, I want to say those are his 3 really comfort heroes, and then everything else like goes, tier 2-ish for his hero pool. So picking a Storm this early, it could be kind of a vulnerability in Nigma's draft. Yeah, exactly. Risky vulnerability. And now they get the Puck here. Pretty good hero, lock down the Storm. I think it's really good in the laning stage as well, for the most part. Pair it up with the Earth Spirit, we can really see Wee die a couple times if he's not very safe.
Yeah, then you've got cool little things like into the later game, you'll have the Aghanims against the BKB of Sven, for example. Kick through the coil, try and snap that and break it. And the ability to play fast here as well on Topson's Puck. And with Nigma having Sven Storm in that first and second phase, do you think that Sven, they're considering moving him to 3 and leave Miracle's heroes to last? Because it always feels awkward having your 1 and 2 so early on.
Yeah, it does, but they have like a plan, right? Like they know what they need to do. Like the Sven, he's gonna be the big farmer dude. The Storm, he's just there to be a disable essentially. And they go with the Darkseer. Okay, there's no way they have a 3 Sven anymore, right? They got the Darkseer up, so we can throw that out the window. We don't need to think about that anymore. But this is a pretty cool combo. You got the vacuum into the Stormhammer, and then the Sven can just cleave those heroes down. We might even see a Storm Spirit with an Aghanims this game potentially, but that won't be till like much later though.
I get that Storm black hole basically dragging everyone in with that vacuum as well. Oh, it's going to be real tasty.
That'd be pretty cool. Yep, and the Phoenix egg on top of that. That being said, I'm not so sure Darkseer is the best offlaner against Omni Troll lane. Troll obviously has the distance, and Omni can just heal you pretty much. If you ever go on top of this Troll or the Omni Knight with your Darkseer, you're going to be pretty much like swinging HP there. You're gonna lose 90, he's gonna gain 90, it's not gonna feel so comfortable. I really didn't like the Darkseer as much, because this hero doesn't really win lanes either. It sort of just cuts creeps, gets XP and whatever. That means the Troll is gonna free farm quite a lot.
Yeah, and we rarely see Darkseer anymore, but thinking about when he was used historically, it's the pairing you have with him, right? I like the Elder Titan ban because Darkseer ET, that could apply pressure. And you think back to like Darkseer Spirit Breaker, the good old classic. Where's that gone?
The good old classic. Yeah, it was Spirit Breaker, surprisingly a very good hero with Phoenix and Storm as well, just leading the way for those heroes so they can be the secondary jump in your lineup. I'm really interested to see what pickup Nigma's gonna have here.
It's kind of hard because it feels like Puck limits your options. Like a roaming hero that wants to move into mid from the off lane struggles against Puck, who can just disengage so easily.
Yeah. Tusk could be interesting, but it's terrible against Puck. Yeah, you're right. They have a pretty big Puck problem at the moment.
Because like even like a Clockwork or something where you want to be playing active, dragging waves, get level 2, it's like, wait a second, I have to play side lanes, I can't really move into mid. And also, who's going to be like tracing the activities of the Earth Spirit? Because right now, Phoenix, Sven, Storm, Darkseer, they all play the lanes, they don't really react to what's going on.
And not only that, OG have the last pick, so they could put the Puck into the offlane and pick another mid hero if they want to as well. And
hey, it's there.
There it is.
It comes back.
It is.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful. Oh,
well, I'm excited. I'm super excited now. Get it going, Nigma. Yeah, Darkseer, Spirit Breaker.
This might be a Kuro Spirit Breaker.
10 seconds remaining.
And then a GH Phoenix. And they might just like swap the lanes that they're playing in. Like I said, it's pretty cool with the Storm and the Phoenix, just to be that first guy who can just go into the fight. That being said though, like they have a major Puck problem this game. And on top of that, the Heavenly Grace is gonna make it annoying for you to lock down, the person that Omni throws that onto.
Yeah, like Storm's Orchid timing is going to be really pivotal here, it feels like, for we. Just to have that ability to actually catch and kill anybody. But yeah, I think you're right. You know, Spirit Breaker hasn't been completely out of, you know, pick range for a couple of teams this year. We've seen Puppy, and I'm pretty sure we've seen Kuroki, like you're saying, play it at least 5 times this year. You know, it's not a lot, but it's been a handful.
When Puppy played it, it did not look so good for Team Secret the last time I remember when he played Spirit Breaker. Maybe he had another game like after that, but that game wasn't
something that's in testing.
Bloodseeker. Okay, so that's gonna be the 3. Not the easiest hero to bring down. Has a lot of HP. Can have
a lot of armor.
Yeah, armor, sustain in the lane. Saksa is just going to drag the creeps for the Bloodseeker and then just leave him pretty much in the lane by himself. Sven Phoenix not going to have a whole lot of kill threat on the Bloodseeker either. And he's a very fast hero, so if you use your lockdowns on the Blood or have to try to kill the Puck, then you don't have lockdown for him, or, you know. It's looking a bit hard, I think, for Nigma to catch people. That being said, their team fight looks insanely strong.
Yeah, they're 5v5, especially if Mind Control gets that kind of Arcane's mech going. Maybe he heads into some more of those teamfight aura items. Their group up, their big death ball is incredibly potent.
Yeah, and we do see the Kuro Spirit Breaker this game.
Yeah.
GH will be on that Phoenix, so we're not going to see a super tanky Spirit Breaker, but definitely going to be providing a lot of vision for his allies with that charge.
An LTW on the troll again. He's going to have the backup of that no-tail Omni Knight, of course.
Time for his redemption game.
Yeah, and I guess Kuroki now is going to be that hero that actually will be able to react to the movements of Saksa, of Topson. You know, Puck, level 6, level 7, does like to TP to one of the side lanes and make an active move. And you know, with Darkseer and Spirit Breaker being so tanky, might limit the options of OG to actually get things going early on.
Yeah, they do need to do that though, because if Weeha starts to get punished by this Puck plus Earth Spirit, it's going to be very hard for him to come back. And not only that, they are counting on the Orchid to be the factor that can kill the Puck, right? The Orchid before the Puck hits his Yules is how you're going to be able to shut him down, because if you don't shut down this Puck, then you're going to have a huge, you know, catch problem on the side of Nigma.
Yeah, and that killing troll before battle trance gets used as well. You've got pretty limited stuns. But I guess Darkseer with the vacuum, he can be that disruptive force. Gonna deal with these team fights as they come. I mean, Helm of the Dominator is not really an item anymore, is it? I'm just thinking of what other things could do, but it really kind of has to be the Arcane's mech build.
Exactly, it's just going to be a Guardian Greaves and just try to buff up your allies, kind of thing. We're going to see Mind Control pushing a lot of lanes out though. Like when he plays Darkseer, he's so focused on just creating space by getting the lanes out, letting the Sven be in the triangle area, just farming it up and just waiting for the timings of the Sven and then going to group up together. I don't really expect a lot of like offensive plays from Nigma because they can be punished by the Puck and the Bloodseeker, right? Like if you think about the drafts, it's going to be so hard for you to enter the jungle of OG, into all these big early game small skirmishing teamfight skills that they have.
I guess the same thing could be said the other way though, right? You know, dire side, we see a lot of teams when they've got a hero like Sven, they kind of make that barrier in front of their triangle, and they've got, you know, a hero mid, a hero bot lane, and then one hero is kind of lurking in the jungle a bit forward somewhere. And sure, you've got Puck, Earth Spirit, the ability to gap close in, but then you're walking into, you know, Charge, Supernova, Storm who can get on top of you. So Miracle can have a pretty good game here as long as they can build up some stacks for him. That scaling Sven is still going to be a real beast to contend with.
That's exactly what they're looking forward to. So both teams just interested in just, you know, farming up their 2 carries. They don't want to be the ones making the overly aggressive move because it's easily punishable from both sides. We might see a little bit potentially of a slow game if both teams are respecting each other's skills, but we might also see the biggest, scrappiest Dota ever, because both of these teams have very low cooldown skills and they're willing to throw it out.
I'm waiting for the Topson E-Blade on Puck now. I've just had a thought, like, hang on a second. You mentioned the Yule Scepter against that Orchid of Storm, but it's Topson. He's always there to create havoc and chaos.
Yeah, the E-Blade, I'm sure he'll eventually get on it. He's probably having like
Second
that
item.
phase, you know? Everybody goes through that phase where there's like an item where you think it's so OP and you're just trying to like see like which heroes you can fit it into. Maybe that's it for Thompson right now. With
What's your item?
What's my item?
Yeah, did you have a phase of, you know, Hand of Midas or Mask of Madness or something like that?
No. There was a phase where I was like winning so much MMR. I want to say like 500, 600. I just played position 4 and I just bought Guardian Greaves every game.
Okay.
That was my phase. It was a very boring phase, to be fair, right? Because in matchmaking, you know, people, they like to be very selfish. So when you buy the Greaves and you just like beat this tanky guy, bait things, and heal up your allies, they just get super surprised that they're so much stronger than they actually are.
I'm the team player. Yeah, I mean, when I pub stack with friends, it's Radiance. It is Radiance time. I love role playing as, you know, Alchemist on any hero.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Hey, there was like a JDL game back in the day, like a league game where I was playing position 1 ogre. Yeah. Radiance Manta style. No one could kill me. I was so tanky.
All right,
very
we're ending the conversation right here.
Yep, that's where it stops.
We're done.
Just be thankful I don't do Midas into Radiance. Anyway. No Tail and Sax are already getting a hit in onto Miracle. Sven's going to be standing up there with GH Phoenix. Troll Warlord for LTW is up there as well. So it looks like OG setting up for the Omni Troll to be top to face off against the Sven.
Ooh, I kind of like this. They're going to be able to harass the Sven out quite a lot. They're just trying to slow down the farm of this hero, and Seb realizes that he can pretty much, you know, 1v2 against Darkseer. He's got so much sustain with that Thirst. This is one of the old school counters to Bloodseeker with the Blood Rage in the past, but now Blood Rage is your Thirst, right? So you just skill up your Blood Rage, Thirst, and you have like pretty much infinite regen, and Darkseer gonna get some of his creeps denied. He's gonna fall behind a little bit. Spearbreaker not really gonna be able to help out the Sven until maybe the Darkseer hits level 3, the level 2 Ion Shell. And using that, he could TP top and maybe get like a surprise kill on them. That's what I would like to see, actually, from Nigma.
Yeah, it's a really nice setup from OG. They're also blocking up that top pull camp, so Phoenix not going to be able to drag the wave back. And then in that mid lane, of course, Thompson up against Wee, the Puck versus Storm. That should be an interesting one. Already, Thompson with the... Oh yeah, straight onto Mind Control at half HP.
Yeah, they're just not hesitating one bit. Every time this rolling boulder is going to be back up, they're just going to keep on going on MC here.
Sax is going on to Kuro to try and stop that wave drag back. Should get a decent amount of damage onto him.
My goodness.
Oh, he goes for the courier though. Takes down Sax's little puppy. Oh, Sax is trying to drag the large camp into it as well. Seb's going to be able to farm that up though.
Good play from Kuro, just dragging it back around. But that does mean he's going to miss the creep wave in front of the tier 1 tower now. Unfortunately.
Oh, Mind Control's trying to body block it. Sax is body blocking the other wave. Oh, he gets 2 of them.
That's good enough.
We'll move forward.
That'll keep the wave in front of his tower. But there's also Iron Shell Creeper going to Seb.
Yeah, very true. So Seb's going to continue getting that complete free farm. He throws a Blood Right just to make sure that Sax is guarded up.
I love how this is like the end of the patch and we're seeing a Bloodseeker Earth Spirit lane against Spearbreaker Darkseer.
Solved patch? Question mark?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And Kuro just about gets the charge back to the creep wave. Yeah, expending a lot there just to keep themselves alive and allow Mind Control, like you were saying, to get up towards level 3 as quickly as he can. Oh, mid lane, a very tight-fought battle. Burning through a lot of regen on both sides. Thompson and Wee dropping pretty low. And now both of them within kill threshold of each other. You know, one Vortex or one nicely placed illusory orb could take each other down.
Exactly. Thompson did not go for the winning Rift build. He does have the phase shift to dodge the right clicks from the Storm. So not gonna get that surprise burst damage out of nowhere at least. onto Weeha, but Weeha is going to be pressured up by this big creep wave that's going to be coming in. Doesn't have that bottle yet. Oh, cool though.
There's the Vortex into charge. And Thompson waiting Rift Fairy Fire. He has an orb and a face shift. Get himself away. Jump to the high ground. Barely escapes. Oh, that was incredibly tight.
And has the salve. Like, Kuro made a really good call to just TP mid, try to get that surprise kill, but he did not have the great bash yet. So,
You're still level 1?
Yep, I think so. The creep wave just died, right? It was like a pretty big creep wave that we had just managed to finish. It's still level 1. Unfortunate for them to not get that kill onto the puck.
And then Thompson with Saxa lurking. They do have vision on the Earth Spirit, so we shouldn't get caught off guard by this. Still gonna get rolled on though. Wee's walked into it. Boulder smash there, and Thompson, that Fairy Fire buys a second of time, but first blood is spilled.
Very big first blood. The bottle was on the way to Wee. He did not want to lose out on all this experience middle. And GH gonna TP mid now. Hold on. That means Miracle is in a lot of trouble now. He does not have a support in his lane. Miracle's going into a jungle, I think. he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, you can see him start stepping, like tangoing up. Do I go left? Do I go right? And No Tails Omni Knight is going to come across and try and find him.
That's pretty much
roll into bottom. And a charge. They've got Iron Shells going. Bloodseeker throws the Blood right down. It's good damage, and now the Thirst kicks in. So he's speedy. Gets away from Darkseer while the Spirit Breaker body blocks onto Saxa by Mind Control. Allows Kuroki to walk it off. And these Iron Shells doing a lot of damage, but they've got the stun into Blood right. Saxa about to fall, but it's the trade out for Seb that he'll be really thankful for.
Yeah, Saxa dying, or Nigma, we're going to be very grateful for that Hellbear Smasher doing that little bit of extra damage onto him first. So at least they get a trade on the side of Nigma, because that was just a dead MC.
And you look at the CS as well, like top 3 all green. Oh, you're right.
Oh, he's got a haste.
Can I catch him?
He doesn't want to pop it yet. He wants to steal some bounty runes with this haste if possible. But so much pressure, yeah, for OG. Like, they're pretty much winning all 3 lanes at the moment. Especially the top lane. ILTW has the freest lane at the moment. And Miracle heading into the jungle at level 3. You hate to see that for your carry.
And Vortex into mid. Thompson not too bothered by it. Yeah, he's got raindrops on Thompson. And Saxa trying to get himself onto these bounty runes. Kuro actually grabbing up Mind Control's bottle to take the bounties. Poor Storm Spirit. We with an empty bottle, realizing with a scan that Saxa's already taken it.
Oh man, we just not having it anymore.
Well, look at where Storm and Sven are sitting.
That's not good. That is really not good. Like, both of your +1 and 2 need the jungle. Storm still quite a ways away from level 6. Thompson, he's already level 6. If he shows up mid again, he's just gonna get coiled and he's gonna get some TP support and kill this Storm.
And Phoenix up at top. Saxa down bottom dying. GH is dying top lane to RTW and No Tail. Seb is trying to sprint forward. There's action on both side lanes. And Thompson rotating in. Gets the 2-man coil. The surge on Mind Control doesn't really get much done because he's just trapped in there. And there's an urn from Thompson. That's his first item. Mind Control gets the last Iron Shell out before a double kill's given to that puck from mid lane. And that's that level 6 rotation.
Yeah, really punishing Nigma going in front of the tier 1 tower bottom. This is what Pucks and other mid laners who have this big key fighting skills early do. Whenever you show in front of the tower, they're just going to TP in, cast their lockdown spell, guarantee the kills. They're not stopping on Seb. Oh, we still level 5. So there's no kill threat here. Yeah.
I was thinking, yeah, Seb might be dying here. Charge, ball lightning. No ball lightning. Still a couple of creeps away from 6. But yeah, back to this Thompson urn. I don't think I've seen much of this before.
I like it. I'm not sure he's going to go for the full vessel. It's just like that little bit of extra damage in the early game. It does a lot of work.
Still level 5. If one creep dies, maybe he can crack 6, but he's been ruptured and kicked. He does get the ball lightning ready now. Actually moves forward, looking for the kill onto Seb. Not enough damage by any means. The charge forward, Kuroki's aiming for it. Blood right comes. Wee has to fall away, and Kuroki, he's deep under tower. He finally gets the takedown on the Bloodseeker. And we'll be able to walk out of that tower range too. Finally, Nigma gets something done down in the bottom lane, while mid, Mind Control. Alright, he's fine. But it's a lot of pressure from Thompson.
Yeah, he's brought Mind Control down to 100 HP. Does have some bottle charges though. That's going to be okay. But holding down this position 3 and 1 hero around the mid lane.
Oh, gets cancelled by the orb. But yeah, I guess instead of going bottle, this... Oh, is Kuro in trouble? Oh, we might be able to turn this, maybe with a few lucky, well-timed bashes, but the Blood Right dodged Kuroki. Yeah, just gets sliced and diced. The Flayed Twins command Seb to meow in all chat.
It's really hard for Nigma.
Oh, Thompson. He missed the coil.
Oh, that looked like a short kill too. He was trying to get it on the edge, right? So it would snap right away.
He tried.
You know what they say, right, Gary? You miss all the shots you don't take.
As soon as you start that sentence, I knew what was coming. GH still has dive. Don't think they're going to be able to take him down. Just get him out of the lane as quickly as they can. Well, they nearly killed him, actually. GH, that final touch, a bit spooky. And now the first is there. Miracle arriving with Kuroki to help out, finding the Omni Knight. No tail drops. We also killed off Saxa down in the bottom rune spot, too. A good little turn of aggression from Nigma.
That was really good. Getting those two supports. They really needed something like this. And Miracle, he actually... I mean, I want to say he's made his way back into this game. Like, his net worth is not higher than the Troll, but considering he was jungling from level 3, he's got a Mask of Madness already, and level 7, that's not so bad.
Yeah, he's out-leveling the Troll.
Yeah, he really is actually.
Mind Control drops the wall, GH is here, and Seb actually gives up on the kill, but Saxa secures it. Kicks that boulder forward while Storm zips in. Kuroki's charged towards Seb in the back end. That's a nice Blood Right, though. Catching Phoenix. Dodge from Storm with Wall Lightning, so they turn onto GH, and the puck does arrive, like you say, with the coil back up. Trapping Kuroki inside. The rest of OG sprinting forwards as We is completely out of mana, but they don't have any further catch. And that charge back into the Blood Right, actually, puts Kuroki in a spot above. That's silenced up. Tanky boy, this Spirit Breaker, but Thompson dominating. That maxed out orb, substantial magical damage in this early point in the game.
Yeah, the orb and the urn together, just doing crazy amounts of damage. He actually missed a coil onto We there. He tried to do that edge play once again. Didn't manage to hit Weeha.
Heavenly Grace gets Thompson.
They want the pipe for the bounty. They don't want to give this bounty to OG, but they can't help it. Puck is just too strong this early into the game.
Also asserting a bit of dominance around those ancient stacks as the God Strength and Vacuum back finds no tail. Seb rupturing the Sven, but GH is here with the Sunray to heal him up. In comes Saxa, big magnetize, kicks away the Miracle Sven as the Storm's aiming on the puck, Bull Lightning away there, and Saxa's actually just fallen. Thompson thinking about the orb and the Waning Rift in. It is still a pretty good fight for OG if they can just launch themselves towards that big target, but Miracle, he's bought enough space for himself, he's life stealing. Up off the creeps, finally dies to Thompson, jumps away as that Dream Coil does keep Mind Control's Dark Seer held in place, but he's falling. Phase shift away from the fiery spirits, the Sunray burning through the fairy dragon, but it's a double kill. Thompson really playing out his mind to skirt the edges of that fight and just about escape with his life.
Wow, that Omni Knight came in at the perfect nick of time to drop the Purification and the Heavenly Grace onto the puck. Like every little second that Thompson stayed alive there mattered so much. And they managed to kill the Sven. I mean, Miracle, he made a very surprising play joining that team fight with the Surge and the Iron Show. I think that was the right call, but maybe just stuck around a little too long and ended up dying. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord has just been farming that whole entire time.
And it was that situation we were mentioning in the draft, right, where Nigma want this high ground triangle area. There's planting heroes in front of it, taking fights around those bounty runes. And OG, they really do like contesting. This level 10 puck. Coil is ready in a few seconds.
Oh my goodness, you called it. Look at Thompson's quick buy.
Yes! He's baiting us, right? He's listening to the stream with 5-minute delay and he's like, caster is lol.
No. He's real. This is real. This is his phase right now.
Real E-Blade puck, guys.
E-Blade phase. Here we go.
God. Should have a timing before Sven BKB too. Right.
The thing is, Weeha is like far away from that Orchid. That's the problem. He's only got 3,800 net worth 12 minutes of the game. He's been suffering quite a lot because Sven has been taking his jungle.
Nice coil. They've annihilated these two. Kuroki and Mind Control magnetized up. The Storm zips back in. They've got a pretty decent wall and a Supernova there too. Thompson in the midst of it all. He's not got many spells left. Tries to Orb Jaunt, but Kuroki with Mind Control both fall, trading for 2 in return. Seb wanted to join into that fight, running forward with some pretty hefty movement speed, but it's all space. You look at the troll, and he is racing towards Battle Fury.
He is, but I must say that was probably a worse trade for Nigma here. I think they're going to be very happy with that. We were saying how like the team who's the one like leaving their defensive place and going aggressive is going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage, and that's what happened in that last fight, right? Like Thompson dying there, it kind of hurts because he was 7-0, and Miracle was there to pick up some gold from that engagement as well. He got the kill,
like 500.
Actually. Yeah, some gold.
Decent amount there. RTW showing his face in the mid lane. Thompson toying with them. Rupture from Seb. Miracle's gonna get healed up. And that Sunray and Kuroki. Oh, Kuroki's finally level 6, but we taking down Saxa. Dreamcore's there again, only onto 1. Finding GH on that Phoenix. Well, Miracle, he's just getting clicked down. Seb on a killing spree removes the Sven, and now Nigma. What do you have left? Storm's not joining this fight. Mind Control's just been left dead to rights, and a double for Seb. They could even go onto GH. Waiting Rift is ready. There's the urn. The right click's coming. Oh, GH should have the dive in a second. Doesn't even need it for now.
Yeah, they did not expect that OG was going to commit onto Miracle there. They were trying to make their own play onto No Tail, and just didn't work out. Fighting in 2 different places at the same time for Nigma.
And bye-bye Kuroki.
That was the first fight where ILTW actually showed up in the engagement, like trying to take that tier 1 tower, and we can see how strong OG is if ILTW is also available to take the fight.
And it was without Saxa, right? Because we killed Saxa somewhere else on the map.
4v4. It is going to help Saxa, we a little bit to get to that Orchid
battle. Thompson. Oh, no, that's not what you wanted. Atos. That Rod of Atos. Seb is there, ready to strike, and now they've ruptured up Miracle. Thompson's about half HP, has the 3-man coil, orbs forward. The rest of his team trying to get in there with a nice rolling baller in. They magnetize up 3 of them, and Nigma in a lot of trouble. They've got a good supernova trying to zone back OG. They do fall back, but now striking again. As Thompson falls, Sven, though, does get removed by that Troll Warlord and Earth Spirit in the end. Pretty good defense by Nigma, but losing 2 cores off the back of it.
Not only that, one of the cores was the Sven. Like, he's the one hero I feel like on Nigma's side who cannot afford to die. You can trade anybody else, that's okay, but the Sven is just falling further and further behind this Troll Warlord, and it's already a very hard matchup for the Sven, especially playing against this Rupture.
Right, do you think at this point Thompson's pretty happy just throwing his life away as long as RTW survives?
I don't think he's ever happy throwing his life away, but he's willing to take fights. Like, he doesn't really mind if he ends up dying as long as it's good trades, right? That's what they're looking for. And Miracle is the best trade that he's gonna get. His life for Miracle, sure. His life for other heroes, probably not gonna be too happy about it.
Radiant are scanning.
If you can keep delaying the Storm's Orchid, which it looks like we is still pretty distant from.
500 gold. We could say, right? Yeah, 500 gold.
Yeah,
right?
That's the recipe, right?
Yeah, it's still pretty slow though, right? Normally we see Brown Boots Orchid Storms come out around, I want to say somewhere between 11 to 14 minutes.
Yeah.
But we have been really struggling because he didn't have the access to the jungle since Miracle had to take over that early into the game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they will be aiming for that BKB Sven timing. Should come in at around the same time as this Greaves for Mind Control, because Arcane's mech is here. MC looking pretty ready to fight. Earn on the Spirit Breaker up at top. But RTW is the hero showing there, and he is by no means an easy target.
No, he is not. He's
look at the rest of OG.
That battle trance to also buy enough time.
Do they see the Sven? They don't know where he is, but they might. Ooh, he's walked into the camp. Seb, very close, nearby. Oh, they walk past the courier. They're going to go for Mind Control instead. Yeah, Atos Blood right. Absolutely no chance for Mind Control there. So at this point, OG show a bunch of heroes top, and the natural move is the Nigma probably thinking, hey, whoever shows bot, we go kill them. And just look at OG. They all TP bot lane.
So good.
We's going to die. They've got the coil. Straight in with the bot. Oh my god. Where did he go?
And the worst part is he still doesn't have his Orchid.
Oh no.
When he's alive, they still can't make any smoke plays yet because they're still missing that Orchid.
Miracle gets jumped on as well. These boulders from Saxa just finding target after target. Supernova's going to try and zone them away from the Sven, but the Blood Right's there. He's very low. The Rupture's still going. Tanked up by the Urn. The wall's dropped. In goes Mind Control, but there's the Guardian Angel coming through from No-Tail. Miracle tries to turn and fight, but his physical damage means nothing. No-Tail's gods are more powerful than yours, and GH found by the Blood Right and Orb. MC and Kuro left with nothing left to do in this fight. Storm maybe with a zip in and a Vortex, focusing onto that puck, but No-Tail's backup plan, the saves, the heals, and Thompson's in again. Good bash and kill on the puck at long last. And we, thankfully, does survive for Nigma, but a roll in, Saxa, he is hungry. Might have overstepped for a second, though. Roshan 4, oh my god, okay, that's what's happening. Saxa's rolling in, so they can't contest Roshan at all. LTW just soloed it.
Yeah, I mean, he notices all of Nigma's heroes are bottom. His team is pretty much fighting 4 versus 5. They kill the Sven off. He just walks into the pit. He doesn't mind. He has that Morbid Mask up too. He didn't even need to use the DD to take the Roshan. Does take it after he gets out. Nigma, again, Miracle dying. Even if they got the kill onto the puck, Storm does have that Orchid now. Maybe they can try one more play, get another puck kill, try to build some momentum from there. But it's looking really rough for Nigma at the moment.
They really need this Sven BKB to even stand a chance. And Storm has Orchid now. Darkseer going to tank up the coil. And again, Saxa pairing up with Thompson, kicking him and snapping it. Nice little mech comes out from the Darkseer, but he's still trapped inside the Blood Right. And Storm Spirit has a long zip away, but look at who's waiting for it. We down to very low mana. RTW's there, he's going to be catching him. We is still, he's dying. Kuroki's bashing him. Okay, the Storm finally gets back, and Kuroki has actually saved his life, but given up his own in exchange. Look at Saxa. Saxa finds the Storm Spirit stunned. Sans kill. 25 to 15. Nigma really don't stand a chance.
Yeah, he got ruptured on Wii, and I was so surprised that while he was zipping, he did not TP out. So he got caught out by that Troll Warlord. OG are just so fast on this map. They don't really care about all these creeps. They're just looking at hunting Nigma down. They're walking into the high ground. They want to make Miracle come back to the base and defend this high ground so he's not farming and split pushing the map.
Yeah, just going straight up there. Why the hell not? Force the wall. Back up a little bit. Smoke. Fake back. Where are they going?
They got a ward as well. They will see if anyone on Nigma walks down this high ground.
No, LTW just frontlining.
Oh, check out Saxa. This is it. He's gonna try to find Miracle.
Oh, cancel his TP?
He wants to catch him so that his team can TP in and try to kill Miracle. They're looking for kills on him, but he notices that Miracle is not farming the Ancients here. He's just gonna go back to his team instead. Very good call from Miracle not to show up on the creep wave. That would have been very bad.
He's still very patiently waiting. Maybe in a second when they see the rest of OG. Yeah, they've spotted and pinged Saxa now, so that's the immediate move from Miracle to clear the wave and then run away. Thompson's on his tail though. E-Blade slows him down, has the coil, catches up to the Sven, and in comes the damage and the stun from Saxa. Kick and snap the coil as, elsewhere, Weeha has been slain by LTW. Obliteration by OG. As, oh god, they're going into mind control. Ruptured up, LTW finds a double kill as the troll is going wild. Kuroki, he's going to get netted up and trapped inside the Blood Right. It looks like he will before Seb will even fall. GH can't get the takedown on anybody. And that Your Scepter, it buys a second of time. But Phoenix without dive can't retreat from that hungry troll with a triple kill for LTW.
And all they get is the Omni Knight too. So Nigma losing their carry top to 2 heroes and losing the fight 4 versus 3 near the tier 2 tower. They could not go onto the troll. He's got the Aegis, so they always have to try to go on Omni and Bloodseeker. That allows LTW to just freely hit in the team fights.
And the first lane of barracks. Nothing to stop them. I feel like I've not clicked on this Seb Bloodseeker in a while. We've got Rod of Atos, Pipe, going into Halberd next. So even when that Sven gets BKB, if he gets preemptively Halberded, that's just it.
Yeah, this Bloodseeker pick was just really good for OG. Not only is it great laning into the Darkseer, but this Rupture against the Surge, and when you throw that onto the Sven, it makes it so hard for them to have any impact on Miracle.
He's got so many good targets as well. It's like Phoenix Dive, Darkseer Surge, Spirit Breaker Charge, Sven who wants to be running around chasing people. Whoever he ruptures, really in for a real nasty time.
Yeah, Storm's pretty much the only one he doesn't want to use it on.
Yeah.
He's ball lighting out.
Oh, look at that.
GH,
Nearly kills.
wow, that damage. Holy smokes.
Oh my god. Yeah, nearly takes him out.
Thompson? He's middle. I was fully expecting Thompson to just come out of nowhere and just snipe GH.
They're aiming Thompson with the Orchid. He E-blades himself before they can finish him off. Vacuum back into the wall. Not going to work out for them as the Supernova coming down. Thompson does fall and Miracle getting some good damage in. Finally, the Guardian Angel arrives from No Tail. And Miracle surge. BK beat up. Charging forward towards RTW, but that's a Troll with a Basher and a Battle Trance. He turns face and he mashes into that Sven. Miracle's down with no buyback and unstoppable is what RTW is. Into GH we go. Kuroki tries to bash them back, but OG unstoppable at this point. Phoenix, Bloodright doesn't tap him, but the final little axe thrown by the Troll will. 2 full lanes of barracks gone.
Troll Warlord just looking absolutely invincible in this game. I mean, that was Thompson pretty much dying without really accomplishing anything, right? And they can still stand there and just take the fights. Like the Bloodseeker, Troll, Omni, the combination of these heroes are so tanky. Saksa not shy to use his buybacks either. That's just the kind of player that he is. If they use so many skills on him, he's just gonna buy back, come back to the fight. He knows what spells are on cooldown. That's opening for his allies.
Yeah, and up to a 15k net worth lead now. It's felt like a pretty one-way street with, from what I can see, the graph only showing that OG have been in the lead for the majority, if not all of the game.
Is under attack.
What do you think?
Thompson, Bloodstone next. E-blade into Bloodstone.
It is the same build he went last game.
Yeah.
I was thinking last game he actually messed up. He didn't lock his Kaya. He wanted Octarine instead on the Gyrocopter. But maybe he just wanted the Bloodstone.
Who knows?
Who knows indeed.
So difficult to get into the mind of Thompson.
Only Thompson knows what's up. Like, this man is playing against Orchid, he does not care about a Mules or something to remove it. He's like, I'm gonna kill you first before you kill me.
Yeah. It's even like that TI Gyro Diffusal Blade game. You know, it's just like, oh, I told my team I have Diffusal Blade. They didn't know. I didn't say anything. It was like, guys, I have Diffusal Blade. Let's fight. Okay. Let's freaking roll with it. Believe and trust in Thompson. Oh, Miracle. Ruptured up still, and the coil actually catches both of the cores. The roll in from Saxa. Miracle turns with the BKB stun. Thompson being focused on the good vacuum wall. This is good for Nigma. The Sven is whacking into them. They have killed off the Omni Knight. The Bloodseeker falls as well, but RTW still standing tall. Turns with the Troll, bashes into the Sven, and Miracle, he's done for. Magnetized and slain as the double buybacks do come through from Nigma, but it's the supports and now the Storm arriving. Saxa rolling away. We still with that half mana left. Does catch out the Earth Spirit. Find yet another kill. Where's Thompson? I saw an orb. Ooh, he's low HP. E-blade. Gets off the phase shift. And Wee is completely out of mana. Purification going to heal him up. And Thompson jumping back towards other targets. And ILTW finds the dieback in Kuroki. Nothing to stop the mind control TP home. Storm Spirit does make a pretty quick Weasley escape.
That's 3 buybacks on the side of Nigma. Good defense inside of their base, but it's not going to be good enough because ILTW, he's the big boss, right? You don't bring him down, your base is going to be in trouble. A lot of trouble. It's got 12 stacks already. They're not going to be able to defend it at this rate.
It was like a pretty perfect vacuum. The wall, Sven was in position.
He wants to go back.
Lacking the damage.
He's just waiting for that BKB. 1 second, and there it is.
Storm gets the vortex on him, and then what? RTW turns and fights him. The Bloodright catches before the ball lightning comes, and that is real sad for him as Miracle insta-bash. No TP home after being ruptured up by Seb, and GG call. All tied up, one apiece.
That was just so one-sided. I mean, this is what happens when you lose 3 lanes. But they had this draft that works well in the mid, the late game if they get their levels up. But, you know, the Sven got kicked out of the top lane. He was just level 3. Then bottom, the Spearbreaker and Darkseer were not really able to accomplish a lot. This is one of the reasons why we don't see Darkseer in the current patch, because whoever he lanes against essentially has free farm. And that's what happened with Seb. Like, he had free farm, Troll had free farm, and then Thompson mid, you know, Earth Spirit helps him get a first blood onto Wii, and then he just kept dominating from there on out.
Yeah, it looked like Nigma had a couple of decent fights around the ancient stacks, around that triangle area, but it was just
OG's turn to ban. Dire team back. OG's turn to ban.
Welcome back, everyone. Here we are with our third and final series here in the upper bracket between OG and Nigma for the Dotapit Season 4 as we get ourselves into the draft. Game 1, Game 2, both pretty damn exciting with Topson's item builds always being shown off. And, you know, Theben, what are you thinking about this one? Venge is banned out, so we're not going to see that nonsense from Nigma. Anything you want to see from these two sides?
Venge, Morphling banned out. These are the two things you expect both of these teams to up right away. I'm expecting another Omni Sven situation again. OG, if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? So let's see if this time around Nigma actually decide to give the Sven away to OG, try to counter that combo.
Yeah, I guess Phoenix being banned also means you don't have that response that Nigma had, and OG with the first pick again. Taking a bit of time on this one. But I do like that. Yeah. You point out the Morphling ban, you know, Topson, even when it's banned, he's role-playing as Morphling with other heroes like Snapfire with Puck with that E-Blade. And you were right.
There it is. That Omni. No problem.
Do they want to?
There's going to be a lot of pressure now. Are they going to take this right away? Or just going to pick that up?
5 seconds remaining.
Is there something that you feel like counters the Omni Sven? They're giving it away.
Are giving it away. No, I don't think OG lost a single game with Omni Sven. Right? Like, mid one had like a 95% win rate or something whenever he played Sven.
Oh, wow.
Swapped carry role. So, I mean, whatever they're gonna pick right now, it's gonna be very surprising to me.
10 seconds
no matter what, because people just stop giving OG this combo. Overly powerful in the early game. They keep running at you with Guardian Angel and the Heavenly Grace on the Sven, and don't really have a lot of answers. You're gonna need a lot of magic damage. I think that's what the best answer to. Oh, DP, okay, not bad. That's a percentage-based damage dealer. Also magic. I like it.
Yeah, pretty decent. So I was wondering about like dispels against Omni Knight, you know, the kind of tornado from Invoker and stuff like that, whether you want to go that direction. Shadow Demon maybe, but it seems like people don't want to go for the straight counters to Omni Knight with his buffs.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Oh yeah, like I still feel is underrated. I know Lacoste goes on about it a lot, but there's massive like 500 AoE, this, you know, what, 7-second duration level 4, 8-second, whatever it is, ridiculous silence duration. Pretty damn good.
5 seconds remaining.
But I like your point there, you know, thinking about that Shadow Demon, you're kind of waiting for the Omni Knight and Sven to be ready before the Shadow Demon actually counters them. You're not doing anything active early on to shut them down. Out goes the Void, Slardar, AA, Snapfire.
Dire team ban.
Yeah.
Ten seconds remaining.
One of those sneaky picks he does pull out. And then Ursa ban, a hero that we've seen do pretty well against the Sven as well, being able to, you know, chase him down, kite him. And that Enrage allows him to tank up, even, you're talking about the duration of Guardian Angel. You've got that Enrage to kind of tank up through that burst as well.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah, also the fact that, like, Ursa against Phoenix is pretty good. Phoenix being incredibly popular as well. Overpower against the egg.
5 seconds remaining.
Against Sven, we've seen, people kind of starting to favor heroes like Terrorblade. You get to a real nice timing kind of just after the Sven does, and then you've got that range advantage where you touch him once with a Skadi and he's no longer able to chase heroes down. Might be something that they aim to later.
OG's turn to pick.
Keeper of the light.
Whoa. Big AoE ulti. Pretty good.
Ten seconds remaining.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Mirana. OG's turn to pick.
Tidehunter.
Yes. That's what I was kind of thinking about talking about in that third pick before Kotl came, was Tidehunter against Sven gives you a nice, big, beefy boy to actually frontline with, fight with the Death Prophet, but also like Tide Earth Spirit, that dual lane, very hard to kill, and they just keep putting pressure on with like, the Gush build seems so good recently.
5 seconds remaining.
Like Alina. Yeah, and I guess with Heavenly Grace, with BKB, that Ravage, not going to be too useful against the Sven unless Nigma are the ones getting the jump on him.
OG's turn to ban.
Oracle.
Who's 3?
10 seconds remaining.
Okay. Yeah. See, I was wondering where does the Mirana go, and now you said this, like where does the Oracle go? Things are getting interesting for OG.
Dire team ban. OG
Against the DP.
To ban.
Didn't he go like 17-0 and 10 or something on Oracle when he played mid?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Hey, we've seen a little bit of Slark come back, usually with like Magnus to empower and accelerate his farm, because it feels like against a Sven, he doesn't, you know, he's not a Battle Fury purchaser. He doesn't have that accelerant.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, Bristle Cottle with a Chakra Magic. Just turn his back against the Sven. Yeah, hit me. Come on, buddy. Man. If it really is Oracle mid with like E-Blade Bloodstone, maybe even like an Aghanim Scepter. This guy actually has some of the biggest burst damage, magical burst damage in the game. Purifying Flames is freaking ridiculous. Like, is it 360 at level 4 and like a 2-second cooldown? It is insane.
Seconds remaining.
So what do you reckon then? If it's Oracle mid, Saxa Mirana, Sven RTW, no tail for Omni Knight, so we're left with Pos 3.
Dire team pick.
Slark.
They take the Slark? They steal it. Hang on, how... The fact that we don't know, the fact we can't put our finger on it. OG's draft is so bloody open. They've got 5 seconds. They had to snap pick the PA. Thompson Oracle. You called it. You called it. Yeah, I think you were right with everything else. Hell yeah.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, take what's left. Scrape that bottom of the barrel. And everything else slotted into place pretty naturally. We on the DP, Kuro, Keeper of the Light with GH Earth Spirit, and MC on the Tidehunter. Man, this is going to be a real spicy one. Your Miracle, again, is that be-all and end-all. It is the Nigma PA, the Miracle Show. He's going to be that only real carry hero here. The rest of them have to make so much space in the early game. Thompson Oracle, I've got goosebumps. Well, yeah, and they don't have any dispels, and nobody can really buy them. I guess Cottle can go like Yule Scepter or something. Like, I don't know. GH on the Earth Spirit go Yule Scepter or something.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, fair enough. True. OG with a 5-man smoke. Oh, GH spots out Saxa. And they know that smoke broke, so Earth Spirit trapped in between them all. Stormhammer with the arrow to follow through. Good damage coming. The roll connects straight onto Saxa's Mirana with the body block there. And First Blood gives the Essence Shift permanent agi straight to Slark. Yes.
Much obliged.
30 seconds to battle.
In every game. That's that morale boost you need. And look at No-Tail as well. He's trying to contest these bounty runes. Don't often see this Radiant team playing into the bottom bounties. GH does get the stun. 2 for 2 across the board. And No-Tail there with the early Heavenly Grace. As Weeha snipes out the courier of RLTW. Taking a bit of damage on the way out. Oh, Saxa will die. Mind control under the tower with a gush and the right click hit. Kuro TP's all the way back to Fountain. So Seb's going to be left here with a straight 1v1, at least for now.
No sorceries avail.
MC? He's dead to Saxa. They just go back in with the stuns they've got. Stormhammer arrow. Yeah, he runs back with his boots. And then in that mid lane, 5-0 for 5-0. Very even between Miracle and Topson. But Oracle level 3 really is that massive turning point when you go from 90 to 180 burst damage on the Purifying Flames. You start chaining them all together. Oh. They nearly had Kuro there. But Kotal with boots. Plenty of movement speed to dodge the arrow in the end. Down in that bottom lane, Dar Observer Ward scouting out and allowing GH here to try and drag waves around. Contesting under the nose of LTW. Leaving a kind of weird 1v1 between No-Tail and Wee. Omni versus DP. Oh, arrow mid. Fortune's End. Ah, doesn't quite connect. Fraction of a second too late there. GH is also going to rotate in to make sure there's no follow through. Yeah, Topson might actually be in a bit of trouble if he steps forward again.
Radiant.
Yeah, he's playing out of that vision range. You know, there's like a little bit of vision on the ramp. Tipping GH. Oh, he's got the ward. He saw him move there. Stop wasting your time. And there's the roll in with the Phantom Strike. Kick back. Topson has a Fairy Fire to play around with. And the Heavenly Grace, but he's still going to fall. No-Tail. Can't do too much after that. Well, bottom, no more Spirit Siphons, and the right clicks from RLTW. One more will get him another bone. Oh, the Fairy Fire. RLTW going in very deep. He's going to die to tower here. Traded out by Wee. Extraordinarily close. That's the thing, you know, you were saying this lane setup from Nigma, the fact that Slark wants to keep chasing the DP. Miracle! Oh my god, the Purifying Flames. He's got Fairy Fire and the final click. Topson gets him with a touch of the right click attack. We're going in for more. He sure is. He's being a real aggressive little fishy boy. Mind Control's going to give him another Essence Shift stack. 3 built up for him now. 4 minutes in. First rotation of the slog. Now GH dying as Thompson. He just burst him down at the bottom rune.
But you didn't.
Got to be so careful. Thompson doesn't really have enough mana here to keep pressing that damage forward, but he's got clarity, he's got earn. Do you think it's the same? Do you think he's like figured out this build now? Double null, earn, brown boots, E-blade, bloodstone. Every game. GH tried to snipe out a bounty rune. Now on the run away from Saxa. TPing on top. Here's Oracle. They've got another roll. GH will get into the trees. Ooh, hiding out there, but the arrow scouts him out, doesn't land, leap forward. Saxa has another leap charge to try and give vision. They've got the burst damage they need. Took a while. TP. Try and get out. Oh, it's 7-3. There's 10 kills. And RTW's close to death himself. Level 5 Slark sprinting away as Nigma make that lane swap again, putting DP against him. Oh, and the classic, the first TP, the disadvantage you have.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They sure are. And they've got a decent amount of damage. Mind Control's a tanky boy, and they've got the TPs arriving. Back up from GH. Mind Control turns, swings his big anchor. No tail dropping low, and RTW. It's a bit of burst damage from the Cottle. That illuminates good, but the Purify and the heals arriving from No Tail allow them to turn. Seb whacking into GH, and another slay there as RTW takes up a double kill.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I guess he kind of has to, like, with no empower, with no steroid to really allow him to accelerate. Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, your stat gain is pretty garbage on Slark. Holy crap. Wait, is that right? Slark has less than 2 stats per level on every stat. Mid lane. Oh my god, the burst onto Miracle. Arrow not connecting, and in comes Wee. Exorcism pop to chase down Thompson. No tail body blocking. He's not got any more heals, but Thompson still has the Heavenly Grace on him, so he's all fine. And the Swordhammer coming in from Seb. Wee's going deep. He wants Thompson, and he'll have it. Finds the Oracle all the way in the back, while Seb gets daggered, slowed, the Boulder Smash connecting, and there's the Spirit Siphon, doubled now for that DP of Wee. They can even transfer into the mid-tier 1 if they want to. The Ghosts are still going.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Straight onto them. Great move in for Wee. Buys a lot of space for that PA now as well. And Miracle, he's got Battle Fury queued up. Might take a little while, but he'll get there in the end. Pretty happy, but when Thompson keeps chaining those Purifying Flames, you can see the way he does it. He flames once, waits, just a fraction of a second, throws the Fortune's End, flames again, then it dispels both of the heals coming out the back end of it. Burning through a lot of raindrop charges as well as Miracle. So now we're left with Mind Control alone bottom. He's cracked level 6. No Tails here trying to do exactly the same thing. The rest of OG, they are kind of around their own triangle area, but no one's farming it right now. RTW is actually pretty far forward with Saxa there. Kuro and GH will meet the Slark in the jungle. Snipe out the courier on its way out as well. And Slark sees an opportunity to come down bottom. Can they? That pesky DP. Oh, Bounty Rune's coming and Thompson. A bit of a risky play going into this area. Immediately ravaged, blown up by Miracle. All right then. The roll from GH. What? The arrow was flying. Final projectile from the right click of Mirana. Hell yeah. Good little move from Wee though. Second Exorcism gets him a tier 1 in the mid lane, silencing that Omni Knight. Moonlight Shadow gives them a nice bit of safety there as Thompson turns with a bit of damage. Who have they found? Kotl. Will-O-Wisp is dropped onto Sven's head. Kuroki expending his ultimate and escaping with his life. Everywhere you look. Oh my god, is Kuro dying? Yeah, Fortune's End. And look what's queued up for Thompson.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The T-Blade is coming. And Nigma making a move towards RTW. That's Slark. He's got his hand of Midas. He's used it once. Surrounded by Nigma heroes, though. And oh, look at him. He's slipping out of there. He's escaped.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He doesn't have Ravage, so not really a fight that Nigma can take, it feels like. An arrow there onto MC. Gushes back Saxa. No tail with Thompson. We'll be able to keep that sustained push going with the catapult wave. So it gives an opportunity for Wee to keep pushing bot, but Mind Control just gonna die for it. Easy pickings, and now Kuroki's stuck here with no TP available. Thompson's gonna find him. There is no way out for this Kotl. Burst into oblivion. Thompson, one more Purifying Flames, and a double kill for him. Take out that tier 1, and they can now start shifting in for the mid tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant structures are fortified.
I just want you to play like Seb. I just want you to play like Seb. Go farm the Ancients. Go sit in our triangle and get some gold, mate. I mean, he's playing Tide, you know? Exact same scenario. Well, PA is getting closer to the Battle Fury. That is the real big win condition here for Nigma, keeping Miracle safe. And like you've been saying, he's had a reasonably good game so far.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Does we want to pop Exo for this? It looks like he's going to get it done without it. OG not really want to contest the bottom tier 1.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And that one OG ward, or I guess the 2 OG wards up top, they see so much here. Allowing No Tail to push out the wave, an extra wave. Sees Mind Control coming in. They know that PA isn't there, so she must be in the triangle. With the Moonlight Shadow, they're going to try and make a play in multiple lanes. Again, up at top, they catch out Mind Control, trying to pick off the Tide Hunter, and the TPs are coming up. As bottom lane, they try and make a jump, but Seb doesn't find the stun. That was a really nice attempt. Yeah, phase drums, casual gloves of haste. We'll see if it turns into anything, but I doubt it.
Radiant are scanning.
Like, what's next for Pos 3, Sven? Do you... Oh, roll in. GH trying to make a move onto Omni Knight. I don't know if they can do this into this Radiant Triangle area. They do pop Exorcism, but a good arrow holds back Wii as RTW, the rest of OG, retreating to the left-hand side. And Mule's up, and the catch on No-Tail, forcing out the Guardian Angel, but the Ravage is there. Onto Chopson. A nice little Ghost Scepter pop, but the Will-O-Wisp will catch him on his way out. Slark, Mirana, all having to run. And that Seb Sven, he's on the other side of the map farming.
Tower is under attack.
Well, there's no more leaps. Good Stormhammer, but Saxa blown up by Wii. Final Crypt Swarm there, and this 5-man maneuver in from Nigma. Huge.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Thank you, my beauties.
It sure is farming time. But yeah, what's next for position 3 Sven? Like, phase drum seems pretty good, but what's his actual big item?
Dire are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is
RTW
under attack.
trying to fill that role with a good pounce and a Fortune's End, finding Kuro, and RTW claiming yet another stack of Agi.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Miracle has no TP, 25 seconds. Thompson's invis, Blur, he ran right, he ran left. Mirana scouting and hunting in the trees. Miracle, he's found the one path, he's found the one avenue to escape. Oh, Miracle, you bloody mastermind. Top lane, they're gonna find mind control though. Slark and Sven both converging onto the watermelon. And MC, dead to rights. Looks like a couple more hits still required. RTW even popping the Shadow Dance there. Interesting.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Yeah. Well, he ran right, he ran left, he ran up, and then he ran down. He just did this whole little cycle around that bottom lane. Really wonderful reads. Yeah, I guess you're also worried about like E-Blade on Thompson when that comes out. Yeah, can't forget it. Seb jumped on by 4 heroes from Nigma. No way out of this. 18-1 charges, he's going to keep them up his sleeve for next time. But this means Roshan's alive with Exorcism ready for Nigma.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Gives them a nice 5-minute window. Yeah, OG can't get in here. They're spreading wide across the map, trying to finish off some of these key items they've been waiting for. That Silver Edge on Slark's going to be a pretty big one, and he's only 400 gold away from it.
Dire's bottom tower.
Omni Knight aiming for a 4-staff, but he's already got all the items he needs. Boots, Windlace, Wand, that's it. Omni's good. That's a lot of burst damage. Blur is there, roll in, silence. GH stops the follow through. Thompson doesn't get the finish. And now the Will-O-Wisp with the Yule Scepter there. They dagger forward and Sax is in trouble. They've caught out Thompson. There's the false promise. Can he get away and TP home? He's going to get caught in and hypnotized by the big white light from Kuro. And there's no way that Thompson can retreat now. Kicked out. Spirit Siphon's there. He's healing up a decent amount, but Thompson, he's got no TP. Oh, he doesn't get it. Age is still in hand.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they really want to find Miracle. They could kill him twice here. Slark finds him. That's the Silver Edge used already for the first kill. And the rest of Nigma, they're trying to come down here. Mind Control's coming down. They stun up Miracle, half HP, and he's burst down. Can't Phantom Strike away. He'd just taken the talent, so maybe if we was a little bit closer, there was a chance of escape. But OG, they're on the run forward. The blinding light trying to push them back, but Kuroki's been stunned and broken. Slark once more.
You wanted out of it. What have we here?
And Sven with that blink able to close the gap as well. MC. Yeah, you were right. They needed someone to frontline and actually, kickstart the action. Earth Spirit being eyed up. And that cloak. Oh dear. He's
are scanning.
Oh, he's body blocked by the creeps. No Tail, the Windlace, is working wonders. But Kuro's actually cut him off. Oh, Guardian Angel? What? He saved himself. Jeez. In comes the rest of OG. They're trying to think about this one. Nigma on the low ground in a kind of awkward position, but they get the Yules onto the Oracle. Topson's been caught up and stunned, but RTW arrives. The big Ravage from Mind Control with that blink and jump in. Out goes Topson and No Tail follows. RTW going for the TP home, but the Will-O-Wisp, the Hypnotize catches, and they've blown them up. 2 core heroes plus the Omni, all removed as Nigma. Their cooldowns come back up, and they really do just run rampant.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, maybe he could have. Poor choice. And Slark. Oh, Saxa. 2 leaps left. Looks like he's all right. Anyone?
Shadows take us.
Anyone hiding behind her? Still feels like Nigma have like a struggle with keeping their lanes maintained. Like every time I look at the map, OG has already pushed the lanes across the river.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, he's 4th place in the GPM. Keeps that spot going. Slark. Pretty deep dive here. Again, playing around these long cooldown ultimates. RTW taking Mind Control low, but the silence onto the Omni Knight and Miracle. Nice false promise there. Keeps No Tail alive, so the heals will keep coming. They need to get RTW out, though, as we Spirit Siphoning through them all. Purification comes from No Tail. And he's moved up the high ground. He's 1 versus 4, but the Yule Scepter up and Fortune's End down. Kicked away. GH saves the day and now rolls away. Oh my god, Nigma really playing it incredibly tight there as Miracle poking, prodding, and getting the jump onto Saxa. Finds the initiation he needs. Gush towards Thompson. God strength though. Sven wants in. Jumps forward towards the Miracle PA, but they've got the Yules up into the air and now the Will-O-Wisp comes. Dragging both of them inside and Seb's annihilated. Weehar's godlike. RTW got to run away. An arrow will stop the advance of Nigma now. But they're still pinging for more targets. Slark, it looks like he will be able to escape from this, but the rest of them might not be so lucky. Fortune's End doesn't bring him down from the Yules there, but an E-Blade and the magic damage will take out GH. With that Exo. Oh, he doesn't, does he? Oh, dearie me. Topson picked apart. And Miracle pairing up beautifully. They have Blink Ravage. They use it, and they catch the slug. I don't know if they can see him. They get the silence on him. They turn with the arrow. The Silver Edge there. Mind control dropping. But the Yules onto PA stops Nigma from blowing anyone else up just now. The trouble is RTW with the Shadow Dance. He's a slippery devil and gets away from danger. But this is OG who have expended a decent amount to try and stay in the fight and losing a couple of heroes in the process.
That was good of you.
Slark can't stand up to it. 1.5 minutes for Roshan. Oh, do they have revealed? The dust from mind control. RTW has gone into his own death, and he is controlled up.
The tide.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think they heard the Silver Edge, and then they just like, maybe he's coming towards us.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Deso for the tier 3, working wonders here. What's the defense plan?
Radiant's top tower.
OG don't seem to have one with 2 heroes dead.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
LTW pinging the one hero that's causing him a lot of misery. Keeper of the Light is missing. I wonder if it's No-Tail and Seb asking, like, what's happening in these fights, LTW? What's going wrong? He just pings the Kotal. Him. Kuroki is wrong.
The prize is mine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Vent.
And he's letting this, Earth Spirit and PA just keep on jumping with the Chakra Magic. The kickback, Sven's popped God Strength, and they've healed up the Kotal, but the arrow there on PA may give them an opportunity. As the BKB from Sven chases forwards towards the Kotal, that's what the ping was for. RTW said, go kill the Kotal, but they can't do it. Stun back from the Stormhammer again, and that Will-O-Wisp is kind of wasted. But the jump from Nigma is still continuing forward as the Ghosts are flowing and Seb is falling. The Ravage comes now, and they're focused on big targets. Toppers and Seb both down, and RTW, he is struggling to do any damage. GH is going to be the only hero he can kill as the false promise is there onto the Slark. Now back onto the PA, but Nigma are here in force as the PA and we are triple killing and mega killing through the rest of OG. Who's left now? It's Saxa and RTW. A buyback from No-Tail, but Mirana falling. A miracle double. Always RTW going in for this? That is risky. Silent stop. He didn't get dog packed off. That is a lot of damage that he has to really sustain through. They've got No-Tail behind him. Doesn't get to the high ground. He's still being burst down, but they don't have reveal anymore. Turning on towards the No-Tail. Omni Knight now. Could be a dieback from him. All spells on cooldown, and No-Tail giving over another streak to Miracle. Miracle just jumps in. Sven's down to like half HP immediately, but it's a good break on the PA and Miracle's dead. Good move from OG with the limited resources they've got, making it work. And yeah, BKB TP. Nothing to stop it. Arrow slides past the tide. They've got the Yule's Scepter up to find mind control. And at least something here. Out of all the buybacks and the desperation from OG, they get something.
An easy shot.
Yeah, they need to. Oh, he's still got plenty. Tide's Courier just up above Roshan, yeah, wanders into the pit like, oh, what's happening in here? Roll in from GH, try and make the initiation happen. Kuro has also wandered into the pit and Seb just slays him. Roshan dead, GH snatches it! The Earth Spirit grabs it under the very nose here of the Slark and the Sven. As the arrow and the Yules, the DP gets caught a little bit, but they'll focus the Earth Spirit instead. RTW turning this game on its head as the Wii DP doesn't have BKB, or will in a second though. Yules up onto that Mirana to try and stop the initiation, but doesn't BKB before the Storm Hammer lands. Now the Slark is pummeling into her, pops the Exo and runs away. Trying to get back into battle with the rest of his team, but OG are now the ones with 5 alive. Seb going in, the Ravage from Mind Control saves up, but Wee's blown up. That E-Blade combo from Thompson, removing Wee from the game, and the jump back in again from RTW. The next level play, Notel says. They've got the PA. She's got BKB. Forced to use it as the Fortune's End arrows were coming, but look at RTW. The cojones on this man, diving tier 4s. He doesn't have Aegis, but he's got cheese. Oh, pushed out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
$21.
Dire are scanning.
It's all down to the Nether Shawl on Thompson. 8% spell damage. Yules on the Costle. Arrow, of course, always going to be perfectly timed from Saxa, and an easy pick. Dead with no buyback for 45 seconds.
Thanks for that.
I mean, OG's tier 4s are being pushed by creeps. There's a catapult in their base.
Invisibility.
Radiant
Yeah.
scanning.
Deary me. And it all, honestly, the turning point is when RTW pinged the Keeper of the Light, and Seb has just been focusing Kotl every fight.
The prize is mine.
I'll take that.
Allies disappear.
Yeah, nice to see him going for a Solar Crest now then. Moonlight Shadow from OG, Smoke from Nigma. Slark finds the PA, immediate blur after the break. Arrow won't be connecting on anybody, but OG still have a slight advantage here, being still Moonlit. GH and No Tail having a bit of back and forth.
Will break.
What a tight... This game, this series even, has been really very enjoyable. Wait. Kuroki just used a second smoke in the space of like 30 seconds, and he still has 2 more. This guy is stockpiling smokes. Yeah. Now's our chance, guys. Half an hour. Yeah. Yeah, Tidehunter's kind of stalled a little bit. Went for a Ghost Step. Oh, that's a nice neutral item, though. Cranky Coat.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, yeah, just let him hit people more. Keep hitting the Tide.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Another smoke into smoke. Slark in the front lines. Where's the Ravage? The jump in from Mind Control. No Ravage yet. They get the Guardian Angel off in time. No Tail casts his spells, and they focus the PA with a Slark now. Onto Miracle. They stun him up. Half HP PA, forced to BKB, and now jump towards Thompson, but the Force Promise is there. Roll back in to try and stun them off. Stop Thompson, get the magic damage off, but he's got an E-Blade. Gets away from the PA, keeps jumping forward towards, and the Spider Legs away from the Will-O-Wisp, but the Kotl gets off that big white light and forces the Slark to run away from the fight, as GH is the one casualty so far, forced to buy back. Seb forced staffed away by No Tail. We giving chase forward still, but RTW turns to face the DP. They have Blink Ravage still. BKBs are down. DP with a good silence, but the Yule's under the tide, and the jump towards Saxa. E-Blade there saves the Mirana. PA Miracle has no BKB. Burst out by Saxa and Topson. Now onto the tide. Mind control. He doesn't even want to use Ravage at this point. They're going to lose Wii, the bigger target instead, and it really is. Into the meat grinder. Nigma Go turned into sausage by OG. Topson on a killing spree, and Saxa, he's got, oh yeah, he does. Yule's into arrow yet again, with Slark finding yet another tasty morsel. A double kill for Slark. A huge fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They've got GH. That Yule's into arrow really is a thorn in their side as he's blown up by the E-Blade, and now it's a 2 versus 5.
Middle barracks are under attack.
OG could maybe think about going for tier 4. They can't go for multiple lanes of barracks. Either it's take this mid lane and then shift back to push out side lanes, or they go for tier 4s.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's middle barracks is fallen.
Safety.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
And now Slark is going through that jungle, finding all the observers and sentries that have been placed down by Nigma. Getting rid of all that real wonderful vision that Kuroki has spent a long time placing, along with GH, of course. And it feels like it might be smoke time again. They're all grouped up mid.
Radiant are scanning.
Roshan fast spawn is now. And it is a fast spawn. 10 seconds. Yeah. LTW so good at playing that recon role, playing frontline as a Slark, Invis, and Shadowbladed up. But the wraparound from Nigma here, this could... Oh, it's gorgeous onto Topson. They find the jump. Now the Ravage with the Will-O-Wisp on them. It's huge from Nigma. They've made the jump, but they've got the play. Seb has the BKB and run away. Saxa, LTW, all under the Moonlight Shadow. OG, full retreat into reverse mode. Saxa's still going to get rolled on, though. GH finds the catch somehow. That vision on the high ground just about spots them, and RTW is the bigger target, but he BKB TPs. So back to Saxa with the Yules up into the air. No leaps remaining. 2, 3 quick kills in a row from Nigma, and they know that tier 4s are open. Oh yeah, Roche is alive, you're right, of course.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
And Abyssal Blade. Oh man. I was just before that fight, I was looking at the graph and seeing, you know, you mentioned at 30 minutes that 10k swing from about 9k lead down to 0 up to 13k I saw at one point for OG, and now it's 2k. That's it. the difference between the two sides. The massive swings. We got to be a little bit careful in that mid lane, though, as LTW is hunting him. Silver Edge, Basher, trying to get forward with a Stormhammer, but the jump not coming. OG retreat.
Allies disappear.
Set in stone.
GH going for the full roll back to his tier 3s.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah.
Illusion.
Time to... He can sell that casual sand that he's got for himself. Nigma around the Roche pit, even though the big man isn't in here. They scout out. The jump onto Miracle is a pretty good one. Trying to burst through him, and the false promise on the Slark will allow that to happen. So OG jump in and jump out, but they're going to have to shake it here as the No-Tail Omni Knight starts up, but that's a Minotaur Hone on Omni Knight, though. Yeah, he's going to be able to keep himself alive, but ravaged up. Catches Slark on the very edge of that one. No buyback on Omni Knight. Sven turns the fight, but the Ghost Scepter from the Tide, and now the Will-O-Wisp coming. The BKB from Slark allows him to actually target, focus in onto the PA, but he's got to run with no backup remaining. Sanxa leaps away. Forced to Yules and run. Are they chasing?
I'll never bow. Again, we run.
The next label play.
Let's freaking go. Even without Omni Knight for 30 seconds.
Tower is under attack.
LTW's got...
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, onto DP maybe? No. That's a cheese.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And they've got to come back again and deal with that top lane. Tier 4 has fallen.
Radiant are scanning.
I did that.
Does LTW go for it right now? Does he want to hold buyback? It feels like the game is getting to this like all-in moment. And here comes Nigma. Oh my god. Sven and the Omni, they jump straight in. The Minotaur Horn, I mean, it buys a second of time for No-Tail, but yet again, he's dead without buyback. And another 5 versus 4 for Nigma to exploit. And they can push that top lane all the way in. Here we go. Skadi, Rapier, Basher, BKB, Silver Edge, trying to finish off Abyssal Blade as well. It is really on this Slark's shoulders now to stick on that PA and make sure Miracle dies. Oh, that arrow. Dealt with by the Phantom Strike back from the PA. And the perfect position really here for Nigma to be in. That Radiant Triangle. Have that dual-pronged attack into both the top and the mid lane. Yep. Moonlight Shadow. Jump towards Wii. They get the Stormhammer Arrow combo. Chain stunned him, and that's the damage from LTW. Ooh.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I know I can trust you guys.
They're finding PA. They're finding... Oh my god, if Miracle stepped up that ramp, he was dead. Thompson holding gem. Oh, I guess, yeah, it could just be KB. True. Yeah, try and get it out there. Just under 2 minutes for the first fast Roshan respawn. Plenty of time here for both teams to wait for. Catapult waves are coming as well. The double catapults. So if something goes poorly here for either side, it could be a big push in towards one of the bases.
Dire's bottom tower.
Oh, does Slark finish it? He just buys up a Vanguard casually. Still another 800 gold actually off of the Abyssal Blade. It's like very deliberate, very consistent, but looks mental at the same time, the way he jumps in. I think we saw him play Slug the other day as well, where he did have a Magnus on his team and he went Ags in the end, yeah. And it looked...
Double damage.
Yeah. A series-winning hero. Roshan, what is the deal? 3 seconds to go until we find out. Nigma holding on to one smoke on Kuro. Again? You're kidding. Hype series. Yep. Look at Nigma again with this really swift wraparound play. Sven spends his Stormhammer, but a quick blink out by Seb. The Abyssal Blade catch though in from RTW. The Ravage will stop him in his tracks as we nearly gets blown up, but turns with the BKB. Slark gets the full cross on him, and the Will-O-Wisp is there as No-Tail blown up completely out off the face of the map. But Miracle, he's in trouble now. RTW giving chase, he yawns up into the air, and they've got the Arrow and the Starstorm. Body block from Tide is not enough, and PA's dead for 100 seconds. The Rapiers are all over the place. GH, he's trying to roll himself out of this one, and Wee's Exorcism Ghost Star flying around, but Nigma have lost out so heavily. 4 heroes down, the double buyback comes, and Kotl shredded now by Saxon with a double kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's all coming back.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Slark with double Rapier on your base now. Game 3 potentially coming to a close. No PA, no Tide for a solid minute on both sides. And they've got a Stormhammer there and a False Promise, allowing RTW just to munch away the rest of Nigma. GG is called, and the series goes...